What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Happy Sunday to you. Happy weekend to you. That's as fast as the weekend comes. It's gone out the back door. But in any event, it's Sunday night. Once again, live in the man cave. Appreciate you all rocking with us, spending a little time with us. We don't take it for granted. We do appreciate it greatly. So thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Before we get started, want to say what's up to co-host. What's going on with y'all? State PG, All
How you
American.
doing,
We got the other co-host is en route, but the show must go on, as they say. So we're gonna get started.
Yes, sir. You congratulations, coach, on the playoff win.
Oh man, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We done went from one end. Can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Uh, appreciate it, man. Them kids, them came a long way, man. Kids came a long way, so we very proud of the babies, man. They flying around and having a good time. Trust the process. You know, we talk about trusting the process, man. They trust in the process, the kids and the grown ups, and starting to come together, man. And I'm gonna piggyback off that here in a minute. But do you have you got a tumor tape before I piggyback to it?
No. Also, congratulations, Coach Strick and Tenor Rock for making the playoffs.
Did he come through and get the wins today?
Nah, he ain't come. So I'm gonna wait about 2 years before he get them, like he did me.
Yeah. So um to piggyback off that, trusting the process. I was speaking with another couple of coaches earlier today, and I was saying to them, I'm like, they asked about how we did. And I told them we won, we made the playoffs because a lot of them know how it was when I got out there and how we, how we look now compared to then. And it's just a process. So one of the coaches said, and what I said to him was, I said, teaching guys and kids to trust the process and managing games and that kind of stuff. It ain't easy, but we've done it. So I'm happy, happy for the kids, happy for the program, happy for the overall. So shout out to the mamas overall, not just the 8U, but all the kids, the 6U, 8, 10, and 12. President Coach Lee Brown, first year program, and got 14 moving on in the playoffs. So shout out to all the kids. But the team I coach the coach with the 8U. Um, my coach, I coach with since we own it. Shout out to Coach Curio, Coach Sean Fuller, Coach Terrence Butler, Coach DJ, Coach Deshaun, and Coach Kurt, and Coach Lucius Lubach. So that's the staff I coach with. But we kind of we having that conversation, and so one of the coaches I was talking about, they coach from a high school perspective. They were like, how amazing. I lost my coach, y'all. So I talked to
I'm
y'all.
listening to you, bro.
It's amazing watching high school football and basketball. How many people throw the process out the door? How many people throw the process out the door of trusting the process and developing, you know, seeing the bigger picture, and so and how to manage games and stuff. So I asked him, why do you think it is? Why do you think it's hard? It's so hard for people to trust the process, know how to manage games, and see the big picture. So I asked them that. So I'm asking you to see what your answer is before I tell you. Hear
The
what they answer.
media wins. I think that because they're so eager to win so fast that the whole teaching process and where they probably began at wasn't right, but they're just so ready to win because winning becomes more important than development. And I think that's kind of where um, they fail to trust the process.
Okay. So, and that's crazy because one of the coaches said they said the process. They said things take time. Coaches like the world, just like you was in the conversation. Coaches want coaches like world want a quick fix. Parents and players too. Said game management. Say coaches have to help players increase their IQ. Situational football, they call it. Same for basketball. Coaches need the help in studying the game. And so he said he don't know if it's pride or ignorance. He calls it lack of self awareness. And then what you just said, most are too embarrassed to ask for help. And then the other
Yeah.
coach said lack of
And,
overall intelligence.
and also when you're dealing with like an organization like how y'all are in, if all the other teams are winning and you're not, then it becomes a frustration, and it's all about the W. It ain't a moment about how much better you can prove at the end because everyone else winning. The expectation is why aren't you winning? What are y'all doing wrong? You know what I'm saying?
You got to be
So yeah,
a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. No pun intended. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. So anyway, I just figured I would ask that question while we was on here. So I saw this. This got sent to me. This got sent to me. Going on, Coach.
What's up? What's up?
Hey man, just getting started. Just getting started. So this was sent to me, and well, before I start, make sure I say this before we get too far gone. Um, shout out to they football offers, but he a basketball kid. So shout out to 2023 Tyler Williams from Lakeland High School over the past week. The 5 offers that I saw him pick up, he may have picked up more than these just 5 I saw. Since last Friday's game against Kathleen, he picked up Notre Dame, Florida State, Michigan, Virginia Tech, and Syracuse. Um, and it was some interesting conversation on social media about what he should do, what he shouldn't even play this year. He should just go ahead and just be done and just go all in with football. Um, before we go to the next point, what is y'all thoughts on that? Because it was out there. So that's real quick before we get coach. I know you say coach in the booth, so we can get coach on after this.
well, he definitely should play. I mean, he in school. It ain't like he can enroll early or go to college. So why not play? We don't even know if his mind is set on playing football because he's got those offers. You know what I'm saying? So how you gonna evaluate what can happen in basketball before it even happens? Like they already predetermined that he's not gonna get the same situation in basketball. Like this kid want to achieve that level of status, and his best he go football. So the decision's already been made by the people without him even picking up a basketball and playing basketball for Lakeland just because of what football has offered. So at least give him an opportunity to play. He might pick up some power fives in that. It might not be the same. Notre Dame, Michigan, Florida State. He might pick up some ACC conference, Big Ten. Then what we talking about?
Right, coach.
I mean, that kid's first love is basketball. I mean, shout out to Tyler, and congratulations to him with the offers that he got. But I know that kid first love is basketball. I mean, I think he should play this year. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't he play? You know what I'm saying? And just to piggyback on what Toomer is saying is that, you know, COVID has killed basketball the last 2 years. So he really hadn't been able to play in front of college coaches, to get um, get seen like he should be, on that stage. So this summer will be real important for him in basketball. But, if he take off this summer in basketball, he's going to have a decision to make. I think he's going to get Power 5 offers in both. You know what I'm saying? He's that type of athlete. But I think, personally, the kid should go with, where his heart is. But 6'5" receiver, boy. They probably be waiting on them on Sunday. Probably be waiting on them on Sunday. So
6'5" receiver with a 6'5" guard. That's definitely two different situations.
It's two different conversations.
Mm-hmm.
And he can play. I mean, he ain't out there just out there receiver. He like making plays. Like,
yeah, and my thing is that that just happened. So what you think? That kid get any kind of training or technique and fundamentals? While he's out there, he's only going to get better.
Because the thing is, he didn't transfer to play receiver. He transferred to play quarterback and put him at receiver. And Kelsey's looking like a genius, which, I mean, it's hard to go against the GOAT, but
mm-hmm.
He ain't even playing when he transferred to play. And look at what I mean, he got a good situation. It's just interesting to see how. Now, I was watching Good Morning America the other morning, getting ready for work, and they did this story on what's the thing called Overtime Elite, and we talked about that a little while ago. The little I guess it's almost like an IMG type deal, but it's not IMG because they paying them, and they got all these celebrities that's backing them like Drake and Carmelo Anthony, NBA players. They got a lot of people that's putting money into it, and the kid that they was talking to was 16. He would be a junior in high school. I think he number 20. He like number 1 or 2, one of the top kids in the 23 class. And he at the Overtime Elite like right now. I think like 6'8", whatever. And he gonna play the season with them. And so he's essentially done with high school. He's doing the Overtime Elite stuff. He's they got the whole and the way they presented it, it's a real nice setup for those kids that's doing it. So if he was in that situation, I could see it. You know what I'm saying? Because but the fact that he's on a high school campus and he's just a junior. I mean, next year we all intents, we don't know it and we didn't talk to him, but I would be surprised if he don't early enroll. Well, if he decides to play football, let me say it that way. If he decides to play football, he'll early enroll, I would assume. But if he's playing basketball, he might stay. But that's a whole nother year. I think sometimes people forget that the kid, he's just a junior. He didn't even do his first semester of his junior year. So we trying to grow him up almost like we're trying to fast track him because of what he's doing as opposed to just letting him. I remember when I coached at Lakeland and there was some interest in I don't know if I want to say the kid. There's one of the kids that we was coaching going to one of those like Montbird or IMG, one of them kind of type schools. And the kid never left. And I remember one time one of his teammates asked him why he never left or why he didn't leave. And he was just like, I got all my life to play basketball. I don't have all my life to be in high school. I just want to be in high school. And at that point, what's the conversation? Like we making the decision for the kids and we're not allowing them to be kids. I mean, at the end of the day, he a talent, but he's still a kid. I mean, he's still 16, 17, how old he is, he's still a kid. So can he just enjoy high school? Can he enjoy going to the movies? Can he enjoy just hanging out, after the game, as opposed to us just pushing him into that ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't ready for that soon. Some kids just let the kid be a kid and just smile and enjoy high school. It's something to that. And I think sometimes we lose that because we gonna make the kids be grown. We gonna make them walk into that before. And we forget that even though they're talent, he's 6'5", Dylan James 6'8", Jalen Glover ran for 2,000 yards, but he is still a kid. So just let him be a kid. He got all his life to.
I agree with you, Barnes. But think about it this way. Think about all them kids that came out of high school and went to the NBA and didn't make it. I think that was one of the big motivations of NBA changing their rule for not being able to come out of high school. You know what I'm saying? So because you never allow those kids to be kids. Then you throw billions of dollars at them. They don't know how to manage it. You know, they don't have the right people around them. They don't have the work ethic to, you know, get their bodies in a position for an 82 game season. So, you know, it's just so different. So many different factors that come in.
Question, y'all. Coach, we got you coming in. Question, y'all, kind of go right along with this. Would you all say that LeBron James' son, he 2023 too, right? I think he's 2023. 2024.
23.
He 23. So he's junior this year. Would
Let
you all
me
say
check
that
it, but I think it's 23.
would you all say that he's a big time basketball talent? Let me preface it first before you answer that. So, cause I got sent this got inbox to me this week, so I said I was gonna talk to y'all about it. Or we was gonna talk on the show about it. His stats when it got sent to me, it was early in the week, so I don't know what they is now, but early in the week, his stats, he averaging 6.3 points per game, 0.3 rebounds per game, and he has either offers or interest from Duke, North Carolina, Kentucky, Kansas, and UCLA, among other teams. So, is he getting them offers off his talent? Is he getting them offers because of who his dad is? Is it a different? You know, I mean, he 2023 just like Tyler is. What is there a? Because he the thing about him, he don't get to be a kid, and he can't help it. But the fact that who his dad is, he'll never get to be just a normal kid. But what is y'all take on his production? And
the kid. From what I see from the kid legit.
Okay.
So to me, he's definitely a Division I point guard. I think we forget that he's playing on one of the top 4 teams in the country. So he's a junior this year, right? He's a freshman, and they produce kids that are now in the NBA and are playing at the top level Power 5 schools. So even with the team he's on now, I think the guard is ranked in the top 5 to 10 in the class of 2022. The lefty. So each year coming out of school, huh?
Come on, Michael Williams kid?
Nah, it's the lefty they got that
on the same team.
Yeah. That team is like playing at Mount Verb. So you average, and he's a true point guard. So you average 9-10 points a game on a team with Scotty Barnes, Cunningham, and 3 other guys that's playing at Kentucky, Duke, and North Carolina. And you're the 6th leading scorer, averaging 6 points a game. Did that degrade you? Does that take your grade down as a level of kid or where you can play at? No. Look at the competition you're going up against every single day. And he's been going against that since his freshman year. So when he plays, I know Billy D don't seen it. When he plays at his age level in AAU, he stands out. He looks up to par. He's just more of a true point guard. So he's not a 20-point point guard. And legit 6'3", ain't he like 6'3", 6'4" now?
I'm listed at 6'4".
Yeah. He legit, bro.
You know what I'm saying? He's ranked number 41 in his class. You know what I'm saying? You don't get ranked number 41 unless you can play. You know, like Toomer saying, his high school team is stacked and his travel ball team is stacked also. People that making those offers, you know, they look at efficiency over, you know, actual stats. You know what I'm saying? So they're looking at the whole entire game. How well was he efficient in the minutes that he got? You know what I'm saying? Like the kid done hit like game beaters. You know what I'm saying? He done hit some big shots. He can legitimately play. He deserves, you know, to play in a Power 5 conference and be a point guard at a Power 5 conference. He's that good. But where it gets unfair is he's not going to be his dad.
Yeah.
That's not a fair comparison. He's not going to beat him.
At
Can he
all.
make it to the NBA? Yes. And be, I think, a decent role player. You know what I'm saying?
That kid
He could
basketball
actually,
IQ, that
yeah.
kid basketball IQ is up the charts. I don't think people understand that. Like his basketball IQ, just watching the highlights and games that I've seen, his IQ of the game is, and then he can shoot it, Barnes. Like he has a legit jumper. Like he can shoot the ball. He's just a pure, true point guard.
Okay.
So he'll have his chance. Like I said, how good he does will be up to him, and what situation he falls into.
Good stuff. All right. Well, we're gonna transition into. I know we got at least one coach on deck. So the season getting going. Basketball season has officially began for everybody in the county except for. We're gonna talk about this at the end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 11 teams it's not basketball season, but the other teams it is. And one of the things that is basketball season is coach is gonna be is in the man cave with us to talk about his squad. He is not new to the county. I don't even think he knew the Lake region. He just on the second go round, I guess, right? We'll say the second go round. So I want to welcome him to the man cave, the head coach for Lake Region, Coach Shake, Coach Simmons.
What up, Cole?
Going
What's
on,
going
Coach?
What's going on? What's going on?
Hey man, appreciate you stopping through and spending a little time with us, man. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey man, so as we do with all the coaches, we give you a chance to introduce yourself, say anything you want to say to start off about the team, about the upcoming season, anything that you want folks to know, and then we'll throw some questions at you and go from there. So you got the floor.
Man, don't nobody want to hear no excuses now. It's just time to jump the ball up and play. Um, we're probably the youngest team. We'll probably be the youngest team in the county, but again, I ain't making no excuses. We just got to go out there and you know, play hard. Um, and then be able to live with the results. That's one of the messages that I've been conveying to the kids that you know you're only upset when you know you didn't do your best, when you know you didn't play your hardest, when you know you didn't put it all on the line. And at Lake Region, that's something that's having to we're having to learn that. So every day we get a little bit better. And, you know, we'll see. We'll see. We gotta. I feel like I put together a pretty decent schedule, some games. Um, some winnable games in there, and then some games where we know is going to test, where we are. Um, especially when I started looking at you guys' rankings, probably added a few too many too many good teams. I opened up with Sebring. That's not easy. I've been to Sebring with Lake Region before, Haines City, Evans, and every time I've been down there, it's been tough. So it's gonna be interesting.
Y'all go down 2 season and kick off the season.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah, Sebring a tough place to play. Coach Harris do a good job down there.
yes.
County. So talk about your team, Coach. You say y'all young, so talk about your kids for a minute.
Oh, um, we got young guy
Hey, hold on, let me stop.
Jamarius.
If you want to, because some coaches get on here, they don't want to put too much out there. So talk about what you feel, you want to talk about. Let me say it that way.
Man, Huddle should have put a stop to all that. Anything about you, everybody gonna know if you got Huddle. So, um, like I said, we got a pretty young team. Jamaris Edler. I think you guys had him ranked in your top 5 for his class. I'm looking for big things out of him. But we also have a kid who actually was supposed to be at Bartow and landed in my lap. He's also a freshman, Trevin West. Can really shoot the basketball. I think he's going to surprise a lot of people. Um, and we have a sophomore, Jodner. I hope I'm saying his name right. Desne can really get to the basket. That's the kid that you asked me about when we were over at Florida Southern.
Okay.
But he's a 10th grader. He played JV last year, so I mean we're gonna have a bunch of kids that basically when we open up at Seagreen, that'll be their first ever varsity game aside from the two preseason games that we're gonna play, which I didn't do myself any favors with that either because I'm going over to Orlando to play with Kaiva and Apopka. And Apopka earned me my hot saucy summer shirt during summer league. So but that's what it's about though. I mean, you got to go out there and compete. Find out where you are, so you'll know where you're going. You can't just go play a whole bunch of teams that you feel like you could beat. That ain't gonna tell you where you're really at.
Now, with your scheduling, was your scheduling with the thought that you want to challenge your team, even though it's a young team, or was your scheduling with the thought that win or lose is going to help us when they start looking at playoffs because we're going to get more points based off who we lose to?
I mean, I was just trying to make sure that the schedule was challenging, that it put us in situations that we were going to have to be mentally and physically tough. As far as the point thing is concerned, actually, a few of the coaches that say, "Hey, listen, I understand how this thing is how it works, and we may not give you any points, be able to help you with your strength of schedule. So if you don't want to play, that's fine. But everybody was pretty cool. Actually, it was. I don't know what happened, but we were. If you noticed, Armandale had us on their schedule, but Coach E and I somehow got our lines crossed, and when I got there, I took Armandale off the schedule. So the scheduling thing has been, that amongst the other things, a lot of the off the court stuff. Because, for me, as long as I've been coaching, I was kind of considering myself like a hired gun, so to speak. I never really dealt with any of the off the court stuff, the paperwork and all that. And man, it's a headache. I've had more of a headache with that than I have, with the kids. So, but if we, play hard and mess around there and can win a few games that maybe we shouldn't, we'll put ourselves in position once the district tournament stuff roll around, and maybe we can get ourselves a pretty decent season. I like the district that we're in. If the kids are playing at their to their ability level in January, February, anything can happen.
Well, I told a couple coaches like the hard part about high school basketball coaching, it ain't the coaching, it's the admin, it's the stuff off the court. The
Yes.
coaching, once you get in the gym and get between the lines, that's easy.
Yes.
That's the easy part of the job. It's all the other stuff that you don't know about till you get the job. So I totally understand where you're coming from with that, and it kind of makes it frustrating because you just like you shouldn't have to deal with all this to do what you're doing. And I know I'm preaching to the choir with you. Now I heard you say something about your district. It's different. Coaches got different thoughts on the district. Back in the day, you had to play the district. You had to play home and away with everybody in the district. Now
Right.
you don't have to do that. What's your
Right.
thoughts on playing the district, not playing the district, playing home and home? Because it's different thoughts with different people when they're scheduling about playing, folks in their district or not.
I mean, I'm fine with it either way. I'm more of a traditionalist in the sense that, hey, let's get together, let's play. I mean, I'm playing everybody in the district except McKeel. Just couldn't get the scheduling down pat. And actually, it was stroke of luck though, because I didn't even know what our district was when I was doing the scheduling. until after I had pretty much done it. With me being young and being a first year coach, I actually had my schedule done then maybe by the middle of June. Because I was just like, hey, let's play. And that's probably like, second, third mistake that I have cataloged just in terms of things that I'll do differently for next year. So, but I think that I would like for people to say, hey, let's make sure that we all play together regardless of what the situation is. But I know there's another side of that coin because maybe you're a powerhouse and, everybody in your district is not very good. So that would be, anywhere between 6 to 8 games that you would have to have on your schedule that, wouldn't really help you, in terms of, the points and all of that, which I can't wait to see how it all plays out because as you guys know, we have, 3, maybe even 4 teams that are probably going to be very deserving of an opportunity to go to the playoffs. And we're all saying they are, but it's a chance that they might not because something happening somewhere else and, one of them not get in. So, I mean, I can make an argument for both.
Coach, was you lost people on this? You lost games on the schedule, you said, or was everybody lining up to play you, or you took some teams off?
No, I mean, I guess you could say everybody was lining up. I mean, everybody that I asked, I reached out to, they were sure, and I think I have home and aways with almost everybody. The only people that I took off the schedule was Arbondale, and that had nothing to do with whether I thought they were going to be good or anything like that. It was something else. So nobody wasn't trying to not play me. Matter of fact, with Kaiva, who I played during the regular season, I'm also playing Leesburg, but that's because those are friends of mine. We all come from the same coaching tree with Todd Crawford. So, I was going to do that anyway. Even though Terrence messed with me because he said, how you going to play Leesburg and Wakava, but you won't play nobody, Winter Haven or Bartow or whatever, which I will next year. But, I wasn't going to do that this year. I ain't going to lie about that one. Like, listen, I got one sausage shirt. I don't need a fall sausage. A winter sausage shirt.
So what we got to play region basketball?
You're not gonna get no sausages in the season.
No. I don't want to contribute to it by scheduling. Certain teams when I know like we're in a rebuilding process, and it's not a one and done situation. I'm looking at this being a 3-4 year situation before we start seeing what we want to see. Because like I said, I got a bunch of young kids and no varsity experience. The one kid that I have with varsity experience has literally practiced with us like 3 days since the summer. So, it's a lot of inexperience, and my biggest coaching thing this year really is just going to be getting guys. I think you guys were talking about it earlier. Like, you don't just snap your fingers and you're automatically a really good program. You got to put the work in. That stuff takes time. And everybody. I had kids transfer when I first got there talking about they going to Bartow, and I'm like, you could barely play here. How you gonna go to Bartow? I didn't say that to the kid, but I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of stuff that I'm having to do before we start talking about, legitimately, lining up against some of those teams like that right there.
I mean, that's a tough way to come in. Also, I can remember my freshman year when Coach Williams when he first became a high school coach, the schedule was already done, and the coach left, signed him up, and I think for 4 to 5 weeks of a January run, we were playing 3 games a week. It wasn't a Tuesday, Friday. It was a Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. And we were playing some dogs, and we ended up 8 or 19. And when you don't have control of it, you can get into those situations. So if you can control it as you're doing the rebuilding process, like we were saying earlier, a lot of times you need some of those games where you can compete instead of the kids just sitting down and giving up. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I trust in just your knowledge of the game and who you've been around that you're gonna be committed to building a program compared to a lot of people they get that first year and they take that beating across the head and then it's like, man, this ain't where I want to be. So
Right. And that's a big thing, a big part of it too. Like, I mean, it seems like a lot of people got real thin skin. Like, it's gonna be some tough days. That I know that going into it. And if I allow, outside noise to affect me, then no, I'm not gonna, do the best job that I could possibly do. But, I mean, I feel good about, what I bring to the table, and, if kids continue to keep buying in. We had a really good practice Saturday, and they continue to keep buying in. I think we'll get to a point to where we'll be competitive. But I mean, let's be honest here. Winter Haven's not going anywhere. Bartow's not going anywhere. Armadale's not going anywhere, and I'm right smack dab in the middle of that triangle. You know, if our
that's tough
football
enough.
team, if our football team don't start finding ways to get wins, how am I going to get the two-sport athlete? The kid that's supposed to go to Lake Region, but he plays football and basketball. Well, I don't mind going for basketball, but the football, no. And then so now I lose that kid. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that has to take place before we can start, talking about, being one of, trying to be on that upper echelon level. But that doesn't mean don't compete. Don't enjoy, the process as you're trying to get there. And that's what I'm going to do. I mean, it's a game. I've always had fun with it since I was a kid, and even as a coach, I always have fun with it because it's a game. At the end of the day, it's a game. So I mean, I'm excited, man. I can't wait. Can't wait to see what happens.
Talk
And
about your district.
oh, I mean, you got Discovery, obviously. Man, Weed does an amazing job, man. Yeah, he does an amazing job with those kids. I mean, he's a really good, trainer and all that stuff, and so that obviously is a plus for them. I had an opportunity because him and I, are, good friends. I went over one couple of days and I saw, the stuff that he was doing with him. He's the cross country coach as well. So, he really hadn't had a chance to practice either because they actually, been advancing in cross country. I think I don't know how many of his kids, but I know he had some of them that have been going, continuing to go on, you know, um, in the playoffs or whatever, however cross country calls it or whatever. But they're going to be tough. They got a kid from Orlando over there that I think is probably going to be the best player in our district. And then you can't forget about McKeel. Just the sheer number of games that they played, together. And Alex is definitely going to. I mean, I feel like it's going to be a problem. So I mean, it's going to be tough. I also, you know, I'm not taking Davenport lightly by any stretch of the imagination. I think Aunt Bo is going to have those guys ready to play. Um, Tenor Rock, Coach always does a great job with his guys. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for us to line up and then see what happens.
Okay. So you go to Orlando for your tip off to Wekiva, and Apopka, and you start off with Sebring.
Yes.
Got you. You got any Christmas or anything? I'm just trying to get you to put the
Uh, yeah, we're going to Mount Dora. We're going to Mount Dora Christian Academy. They having a two-day tournament. It's
Oh,
four
I
teams.
thought you were gonna play them Hurricanes, man.
No.
I see you perk up when you heard
Yeah,
Mount
Yeah, I
Dora.
saw that. I saw
thought
that.
you
I
could
saw
line
that.
up
No,
for them Hurricanes, man.
nah,
Man,
you
nah,
know,
nah, nah,
you
nah.
want to
yeah,
see your jersey hung up.
we got.
Yeah.
I got it right before we got on. I was talking to talking to one of my friends and told him that we're gonna have Coach Simmons and Coach Taylor in the man cave night. Say, man, you need to make sure you tell your co-host don't be pulling up with the questions. Y'all they done scale back with how they answer questions, how they ask questions to guys. They letting people off the hook. So I said, all right, I'll let them know, man. But feel like they be kind of taking you with kid gloves. I see Coach Martina thing say, we ain't gonna get on you about ducking people because essentially, I guess he's talking about you ducking Winter Haven and Bartow. But I don't know if you ducking
Hey,
them.
like I said,
There's good business decisions, or but I get it. I get the logic of it. I get the strategy of it. You gotta, they 9th to 10th grade. You want them to be there for 11th to 12th grade. So I get it. I get
Bro,
that.
from Winter Haven and Bartow standpoint, I wouldn't play that game either. Like, bro,
well,
like
now,
their positioning in the region is gonna be key, and two of them are gonna have to play each other. Either Winter Haven and Bartow or Winter Haven and Lakeland gonna have to play each other in the region, and then you gonna have to play another one of them in the regional final. So I can understand.
yeah. And Terrence did call me. Like I said, but I already had the schedule done. I already had 25 games when he did get around to calling me, and just through the conversation, because now the administrators at Lake Region were like, "Oh, so we're gonna play Winter Haven again," but Winter Haven, Coach Woodside, like he was very, very nice, and basically like, settle down, young man, you ain't ready for that yet. And I appreciate it. I appreciate that. I know how I feel as anything. I mean, come on, man. I just watch those kids all summer long. That would do nothing. Not only would it not do anything for us, but it wouldn't do anything for them either. Like they should be trying to go. What they need to do, go play over there in Orlando. If they, if Polk who's want to talk about something, and tell those schools, take your butt over there to Orlando. You're gonna find out how good you are. So I now if I'm still not playing them 2-3 years from now. If I'm not playing 2-3 years from now, then and you want to label me a duck artist, then okay. But I mean, year one, and I also want to say this too. I don't want y'all to hold nothing back. I'll be going at y'all. I go at y'all all the time because I know y'all don't take it personal. We just talking as people's opinions and things of that nature. Ask Billy, he'll tell you all the time. I had some serious issues with y'all about some of them. About a couple of those rankings or whatever. But I mean, you know what? I will say this though, man. Every time he tell me how the process goes, I got a ton of respect for you guys, man. I got a ton of respect for y'all and what y'all are doing. And I just hope that y'all keep doing it, man, because it's really, 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 really big for the county, and Polk County basketball finally has a platform and for people to know that it's good basketball going on over here. When I was in Orlando, I always say it was always weird to me how Polk County basketball was not looked at in the manner it should have been looked at. And a lot of that had to do with it because people just didn't know. So now that's not an excuse anymore.
We appreciate that, Coach. It ain't easy. You saw we jumped on here and got out of character about a week ago. We back now, though. So
Man. Yeah.
It's hard to stay on the high road when people keep taking low blows. At some point, you gotta let folks know that you ain't always been in the seat you're in now. But you gotta, part of your growth is you gotta stay in that seat, even when it's hard. Sometimes you want to let them know, like, it ain't always been what you see.
Yeah.
But you got to do that. That's part of the growth. That's part of the maturation. So we appreciate it. But like you said, Coach, that's what we here for, man. We're here to promote. We're here to put the kids in the program on the platform, and whether you agree with it or not, that's fine. Let's discuss it. And we go from there, and then we gonna all be good once we done with it.
Yeah. Hey, you guys were talking about the Tyler situation earlier. I just want to say, I watched the Netflix series about Colin Kaepernick. I never knew the backstory. It kind of put me in the same mind, just in terms of, man, Kaepernick had every professional baseball, all the colleges and what have you after him as a pitcher, and he had no football scholarships, but he wanted to play football. So I think that situation with Tyler's going to come down to how bad that kid wants to play, play basketball. He may take a lower division basketball offer because that's what he loves over all of, the football stuff. And I think that, at the end of the day, it should come down to the decision of the kid because he's the one that has to go to the practices, go to class, get yelled at by the coach, all that stuff. And if he go play football because everybody else say he should go play, it's probably not going to end well.
Hey, listen, that would be a moment in history that we'll be able to talk about in Polk County for a long time if this kid had an offer from Alabama and he chose to go to Florida Gulf Coast for basketball.
I mean, bro, Walt was in that same situation. I mean, bro, he had Florida and Notre Dame.
Walt quit playing football.
He quit playing altogether.
I think it's gonna come down to his decision. Gonna come down to what he loves, and is the decision gonna be based off love or business? I think that's what it's gonna come down to. Is it gonna be what he loves, or is it business? Because unless that change, it's pretty. I don't think we speaking for him or speaking out of turn saying that he loves basketball. But from a business standpoint, football definitely looks like a outstanding business move today. Now he hadn't played 1 minute of basketball for Lakeland yet. So like Bruh said, that could totally change. He go out there and dominate in basketball. So he still got to play basketball. But right now, it's really not a fair comparison because he's had a football season. He hasn't had a basketball season yet to compare the two.
Yeah, you got to give him the opportunity to play because he can go. Like he like Billy D said, like he's a next level kid. So you got to give him the opportunity. It's like everybody just sign off on football, like he can't get those type of offers because of he didn't get them this summer. They coming. They definitely coming out. They Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, like the Alabama, Florida State. We get to see that. But they coming.
Yeah. They coming. They on the way.
Yeah, I believe so. Definitely after given what we feel like the type of season that they're going to have as a team, I think that's where their offers and stuff are going to start coming in at. And then he's got a whole nother AAU season that he's going to have. He's going to go through. So I think he's going to get a few comparable offers. It's just going to be interesting and fun to watch.
That's the downside to it, and we all let's talk realistically on it right now. You get more in the summer for basketball than you do for football. Yes. So he's still a year behind. Like it's important that he has to have that AAU summer next year to get those offers in because when they're playing, they're not gonna just Tyler has an offer from Duke, Tyler has an offer from Kentucky, Kansas, Arizona State, like he does in football. Football, they can look at the upside. He's 6'5", run a 4.5, and he's a receiver and kickoff return off from. Yeah. They don't do that in basketball. They don't just do that in basketball.
Yeah. It's football measurables jump off the page. Basketball, not as much.
But you know what's gonna be the big important piece of that is honestly, like we say, he might want to play basketball because that's his heart. Everybody knows that's probably where his heart's at. But the game don't change now. You got them NIL contracts. You got them checks coming in.
Yeah,
it's the business now. So
yeah,
hey, you can't get that same check at Arizona State or Alabama that you're gonna get at Florida Gulf Coast. So you turn down a financial situation as well that you can be looking at. Man, I can help take care of my mom a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I can take care of him. Yeah, that's a good point.
Come home, all that stuff like it's gonna be.
I say it's gonna be a love decision or a business decision.
Yeah,
that's where I'm coming from with that. I think it's gonna be love.
My thing is, boy, you said it earlier, man. Let that kid be a kid. So I think he'll make the best decision for him. But just enjoy being a kid, play ball, enjoy it, and go from there.
But does this go down as one of the top 3 transfers in the last decade?
I don't know about right now. He ain't played. He ain't played.
Come
He
on,
ain't played. He played a minute of basketball yet. So that remains the jury out on that.
No, but for football, I mean, you can go back 2 decades. I haven't seen a transfer become this big since Amar Black. Like he had zero Power Five offers, and now he went over there, and like you said, his expectation was quarterback, moved to receiver, and the way he's dominating that receiver, I mean, he having like 17 yards a catch, and he's got all this lineup on the table. So
Definitely
just
dominated.
on that part of it, you still say no, it's not. I mean, you go from not getting it's like this story can go down like a Tracy McGrady type of story where you wasn't even known, and you go to this camp and you become the number one player in the country. We didn't know who Tyler was as a receiver, and now he got all the biggest offers in the country that you could want, except for Alabama. You getting all the Power Five. You get what I'm saying? That's why I'm talking about
Right.
the move for that transfer. So you went from quarterback in Winter Haven, maybe a couple D1 offers, small schools, to switch positions, and now you got everything.
Yeah. I mean, I guess
Yeah.
from the context of it, I mean, they got to be because you got to consider it. So I mean, he definitely in the conversation. I say that he definitely in the conversation. As far as two sports stars, he really definitely in the conversation. Most people that left don't really play two sports. So I mean, Walt would have been there, but he gave up football. So, but yeah, we just like I say, my thing is I just and I've said that, and that's my whole thing. At the end of the day, just let him be 16, let him be 17. He got all his life to consider NILs, and I mean, if he ain't ready for that, you know what I'm saying? If he ready for that, that's fine. There's some kids ready for that. If he ain't ready for that, then let him just chill till he is ready for it. And everybody different
Mm-hmm.
with it, so you know.
I got a question for y'all. I got a question for y'all. Well, it's not a question. This is gonna be how important the basketball season is for Polk County. All right. We got we got Dylan, who's getting Power Five offers, correct?
Yes.
We have Tyler, who's a Division One, and we have multiple underclassmen as well that have been getting Division One offers. What is you guys' expectation of the audience supporting the basketball with these type of kids that we have in the county? Multiple kids. And I'm saying this because I can remember when I was playing and you had a Vince Carter, right? And even in his sophomore, junior year, those games were standing room only. I'm sure when Austin went like, should the expectation now be that we support basketball to that level to where we're getting 1,000 plus at all the big games, or should we
I
walk
would
into,
be.
huh?
I said I would be extremely disappointed if the numbers are not up this year. I think that there should be a number of games that are sold out, and if not sold out, definitely, you know, almost. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, let's talk about it. January 7th is gonna be a big day. All right, you got Winter Haven and Lakeland, and you got Lake Wells and Bartow. What other games y'all think are gonna sell out? What other matchups?
should those two games be wall to wall?
I think they should.
Okay. Should Winter Haven, should Lakeland Bartow be like the rivals in back in the day? You did Lake Wells didn't just pack out against Bartow. When Lake Wells played Kathleen, you had to get there at 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You had to go watch the JV game just to get a good seat. Are we going to see that
right.
again now?
I,
Is what I'm
I'm
saying.
I'm very encouraged based off of the attendance at Summer League this year. I thought Summer League had a buzz that it hasn't had in a long time. It had attendance that it hadn't had in a long time. And based off of summer league, if I had to forecast, I would say I think so. I think it's going to be much more. Um, I'm very encouraged. I'm very encouraged to that it's going to be that the county is going to the support the county. I was very. I think it's a conversation out there, so I would say yes. Um,
Did coach really just say we got to pay
But
to get in?
he
Yeah,
talking.
but not
He talking to black.
but not just
He talking to
Oh,
but
TNJ Network, Sports Network.
but
oh,
not just
okay.
those games. Not just those games. I mean, the way they get on here, I'm trying to understand how come Lakeland, and Winter Haven and Bartow. I don't understand how come they don't have, packed houses every night. I mean, their programs are doing very well. Like you say, I mean, you got a kid like Dylan. That don't. How often does that come through the county? You
yeah,
know.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
So
like, why would he? Why would we not be every chance we get? I mean, I'm coaching another high school, but I'm looking at my schedule and I'm saying, when am I going to be able to go and watch this too? Because you don't always get that.
exactly my point. You don't get the power. You don't get the Division I athletes that we've seen in this time. We haven't had in this county as many kids that are getting Division I offers that basketball. When we start in December or November and Thanksgiving, that it shouldn't be standing room only at some of these games. We should be looking at when we come in the gym. We should be looking at and putting a smile on our face coming back on Sunday. So when we pick a game of the game of the week should already be like sold out. You know what I'm saying? Just off the
Right.
talent of the kids. It ain't even fair to the kids that if we can't pack out these gyms to watch these kids. Like,
Listen, I know what they need. All y'all got to do is tell them y'all going to be there live remote, and then everybody will show up.
but
Yeah,
just looking at the kids, like, why wouldn't you want to go? Like, okay,
yeah.
why wouldn't you want to go watch Dylan James every single night? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't you want to go watch Roy Hardy and Tyler Williams every single night? Why would you not go to Santa Fe and you only see 100 people in the stand? The gym should be full. They've proven to be an elite team the last 3 years. It's a disappointment if we're not getting to that level. Even if we're not there, we should. But the excitement and the players that we have in this county, there's got to be some type of marketing boost from the schools or something to make sure that their peers, along with the people in the community, are out supporting this. Football shouldn't have to do 4,000 people, and we're proud of that. And then basketball do 150 people because it's Tuesday night. I'm gonna
Man,
talk
when
about
Austin was in
talk
school,
about the schools if I see that.
when Austin was coming through, Darius Washington. I mean, the list goes on. Man, them places was them gyms. You had, like you say, you had to get there for the JV game to get in. So I mean, I'm challenging Polk County I'm challenging Polk County to go out and support them kids. Don't just hop on Polk hoops and have a whole lot to say, but then you can't go to the game.
Yeah, that's my whole point. You had Larkin, Darius, all those. That run right there, you
Mm-hmm.
ain't getting no gym unless you connected. Talking about coming to the game at 7:30.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Now we got a
Yep.
platform, we got a strong platform, and we got kids like that getting recruited. They might not be McDonald's All-American, but these kids are getting recruited at high levels to where we should say, man,
Yes.
I want to watch him. But
Yes.
also, does it take into the
Absolutely.
equation of the schedule, like you said? Should a Tuesday and Friday, we should have a marquee matchup every week. It should be that. We should have a dead week in basketball in Polk.
Yes. I agree 100%. 100%.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you rocking with us, man. We're gonna give you a chance to finish out anything else that you want to say that you didn't say, anything you want people to know about about the Thunder as you get ready to get rolling. For you
Man,
parting words.
I mean, pretty much the same thing that we were just talking about. when I came in, I was told that, we had the smallest gate in the school. I'm like, how in the world does boys basketball have the smallest gate in the school? So, I'm looking for people to hoping people come out and support these kids, man. They're in the gym playing basketball instead of doing something that they shouldn't be doing. That alone should, encourage, people to come out and support them. Football, you don't have to ask, they come out for that. So, don't just all of a sudden go in the house once football season over with. Come out and support these kids. That go for, late region, fans as well. I don't really have anything, that I have said other than maybe I'm probably going to tick a lot of people off because, it's very un-Polk County-like, but you're going to see some zone. Quite a few of them. So tell them to dust off your zone playbook because you're gonna have to use it. If you can't shoot, if I don't think you can shoot the basketball, if I don't think you can coach it. I'm gonna make you show me. At the end of the day, I don't care what anybody say. If we get the W, Jimbo Boeheim got 900 wins. So playing zone. So I'm just, Polk County, I am going to play some zone.
So you bring that Orange County basketball over here, huh?
And listen, to me, it's the perfect storm. You get a mixture of Orange County and Polk County, you got something. Nemo said that to me, which, by the way, I think y'all should go see them. I think they're going to be better than what we thought, what all of us thought. I had a chance to see them in the beginning, and I've seen them, after Nemo, did what he do. Haines City is not. Yes, Corey. They are not going to be as bad. Because at one point I didn't think they were going to win a game, but they're not going to be as bad. And then also, Ridge is going to shock people.
Oh, we ain't surprised about Ridge, but you talking about Haines City, man. So you say we're going to win a game. Okay, I give him 3.
But them were tough out here, boy.
Listen, they got some transfers in. Like, it ain't what they originally had. So I think they're gonna be better than what I originally thought. So but you gotta jump it up. And we played them that Tuesday after we played Sebring, and that Friday we play Lake Gibson, which they got a bunch of big old football players, and my little kids, man, we probably gonna get knocked all over the place. But
you just make sure you don't lose to Haines City, because I'm gonna talk about you like a dog.
Say what?
You just make sure you don't lose. You hyping them up, so just in case you lose, you can be like, "Hey, I told you they were good."
No. I'm saying because I heard y'all, just saying that you couldn't wait, and I'm just telling you, it's not what we originally thought. Like, he got transfers and he's got some kids in there. I mean, they ain't world beaters, but they're just not gonna be what you call it, grade A sanitation.
Yeah, 3 games is grade A sanitation, coach.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay. So we'll see. We'll see. And you're definitely motivation for him. I can tell you that.
That's what it's supposed to be. Look, Lake Wells, I had them at 3 games last year, and they rocked and roll. Prove me wrong.
Yeah. 3 to 5 is grade A sanitation. Like around 8 to 10 is fishing. No.
Okay.
What's this year? What's 3 to 5 is grade A sanitation. 6 to 8 is onion.
Yeah.
9 to 10 ish is tension. So as long as you're in one category, you want to be in one of them categories.
Okay, well, you know what? I appreciate that benchmark. So we definitely want to shoot for.
You're looking for attention from you. Just because you're coaching, you're looking for attention from you.
Listen, you gave me a bar to shoot for now. So we want to at the least we want to go 13 and 12. So we don't fall in that category.
It will be a great season for you. But listen, if you go attention and you lose to Haines City, you don't even get the attention. All right, you're onion.
You automatically
onion.
You get the dose.
Oh man, okay.
Bro, it's tough out here.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
it's tough out here.
Yeah, guys think we be nice to you because you got a boy, but hey, don't lose the Haines City, coach. Your season done. I don't care if you upset district. You lost to Haines City.
Oh, man. Hey, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
coach.
and you hyped them up. So
Listen, like I said, it wasn't a hype up. I'm just saying it's not as bad as you originally thought. And like I said, I had the chance to see them.
we got you, Nuke.
When
Gonna get
he first took over,
Okay.
and since then they've improved.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
glad
coach,
you posted on it.
as we leave, man, anything that you got that you want, to promote your squad, your program, you get it to us. We'll post it. If you want to send us your schedule, however you want to do that, that's what we're here for. So anything you send to
Yeah.
me, Tune, ability, whoever, we'll get it out here for you. So we want to see you.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm gonna send this.
Right?
I'm definitely gonna send you guys a schedule.
Okay. Appreciate you, Coach, man. Y'all be safe. Have a good week of practice, man. And congrats again. I know you're going to have them going, man. I'm happy that you got a chance to drive the bus. Appreciate you.
Coach,
You're right.
One last thing, Coach.
Yeah.
In the schedule, Poke, who's going to attend the game? If you ain't at 5 wins, I will not come see you.
Listen, man. Hey, I get it, man. I get it.
All right,
I like that.
All right, Coach.
Appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man.
Hello.
Bro, with that district, bro, I think they can end up in the district championship. I think them and McKellar play each other in the semifinals.
Is that frat brother talk? Or is that basketball?
No,
talk?
for real. But name the district again. Name the district again.
Discovery, McKell, him. Who else he said? Tenor Rock. He didn't say it's more than 4 people. That's before he said. He said Discovery, McKell, him, Tenor Rock. That's what he mentioned. I don't know if there's more teams than that, but that's what he mentioned.
Yeah, that's 4. So of course he's gonna be the semifinal.
No,
he didn't mention himself. I'm saying he mentioned 3 teams. I think it's more than 3 in the district. That's what I'm saying. I'm not sure though.
Let me look at it right quick. I think it's more than 3.
Oh, he did say Davenport. So Marbury and Davenport.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's gonna make it to the semis. You got Davenport, first year school coach.
Bro, I'm just saying he can make it to the district championship.
Oh,
I still got Wheelan's winning it, but I think he can make it to the district championship.
You just said McKell or him though.
Yeah,
it'd be out of him and McKell.
He can't beat McKell.
Oh, the against Discovery.
Yeah.
So Discovery in it regardless. Okay.
But man, Discovery don't make the district championship. I'm going at Wheelan's head.
Okay. So yeah, that's the district right there. It's like 17 in that district. Discovery, Davenport, yeah. Lake Region, McKell, Mulberry, Tenor. Okay. All right. Is the other guy in the thing, or we gonna move on to something else?
He ready?
All right, we transitioned out. So we went from Coach Shake over Lake Region and another guy, family. I mean, we don't really need a lot of introduction, but we got the Bear, got the head of the Bear Nation, Dreadnought Nation, rocking with us for a couple minutes. So without further ado, welcome into the Man Cave, Coach.
What's going on, coaches? How y'all doing?
What's up, Coach?
Big C put the sausage in us, boy. Down with you, dog. But you had a bad day today, man.
I had a bad weekend, Coach.
Boy, you had a bad day.
I pick your squad on my I pick your squad on my sheet, man. I want to reach out to my dad because my dad had a real bad weekend. He liked the Gators and the Cowboys, so I know he's somewhere. And
Same here, Coach. I like the Gators and the Raiders. We had a tough weekend.
Yeah, y'all lost to the Giants.
Yeah, right? He fed me good today, man. Had a nice little cheesecake, ice cream.
Hey, well, Coach, you know how we do, man. You got a chance just as we start off, man. Anything you want to say for the good of the cause about the knots that you want folks to know, not know, whatever the case may be, before we jump into it.
Nothing, just we looking to be back where we was the first year when I took over, the 20 wins, plus wins, playoff run, that type of stuff. Nothing much to say. we know everybody expecting a lot out of us. So show up and you'll get to see what we got.
What do you? My first question, you just to piggyback off of what I was asking, talking about with all the guys. What are your plans to get the community involved in Lakeland basketball? Because this is probably one of the biggest years of like talent wise that you have and excitement. What can you do, or what do you plan on doing to get a packed house night in and night out at Lakeland, where you're not putting in one side bleachers? Do you got any type of ideas on what you plan to do with the type of kids you got?
Well, Blue Summer is over our media page, so he gets out in the crowd, reaching out, let them know what games we got and stuff like that. We got different nights, like military nights. We got alumni night coming back. We got some whiteouts, some stuff reaching back. First 200 kids get in, we got pizza night where first 200 people come to the gym, get a pre-slice of pizza. We got a lot of stuff like that we're going to do this year, try to get people in the gym that me and the coaches talk about.
And I ask that because I just think it's so important that it just can't be conversation amongst the coaches and even us talking about it. It has to be some type of marketing plans to get, like you guys are at about almost 1,700 kids.
Yep.
So it has to be some type of things you do. And another niche you probably could do, since especially with the expectations you got, is to piggyback off of what some of those Orlando schools have, is like a student section where you got that student body. I think that's something that I haven't really seen a lot of in Polk County, that I think a lot of the teams should do. Have you guys seen it? I don't know if you
not in Polk.
But I think
it in Hillsboro.
Yeah, to actually have a student section, you know what I'm saying, and get those guys, football players who are not playing basketball, student body behind the basketball team, man.
We had one when Coach Bones, you remember when you was coaching with us, we had us a nice little student section that was over there in the across on the side of the gym or across from the visitors bench. We're trying to get that back going this year as well.
Coach, you can't let 200 kids in the gym January 7th. All right. You can't let 200 kids in the gym.
Coach, whatever it take. We worry about December 4th right now, Coach. January 7th, get here when they get here.
Okay.
Coach, you playing a tip-off classic?
No, sir.
Okay. So how is it? Coach Shake just talked about how he managed his schedule. How are you managing your schedule? You got a different dynamic than Coach. Coach got a real young team. He coming in brand new. He trying to develop something. You kind of old guy now. This is what, third or fourth year in there, and you got a different dynamic. You got a playoff football team. So how does the scheduling work for you based off
what we did no tip off, no Thanksgiving. We got invited to the Metro versus the Challenge thing. Scott Williams, we said no to that. We ain't giving away no free wins. So our first game will be December 4th, and I felt like that was enough time for the kids we got that don't play football to practice, then be able to play and get us a win. So we ain't doing nothing till then.
Okay. What is your realistic expectations of how long you think it's going to take for you to get your football guys? And see, you're in a different dynamic because most people, football guys, come in and be like complementary pieces. Your football guys are like major pieces. So how does that affect the preparation? It doesn't affect the preparation.
No, I mean, with the guys we got in the gym now, they practicing and they should be able to. They definitely feel comfortable enough with them to roll until we don't have to throw those guys coming off the football field on. We can just move them in until they get back to where they want to be for us to be successful like we want to be. But with the guys we got that's not playing football right now, I'm definitely confident in them that we can win some ball games with them.
Well, if you feel like
it, in the street, you're gonna have the football guys next Monday.
Coach, we're not worried about that.
If you feel comfortable, talk about your kids, talk about your team. Some coaches like to talk about the kids. Some people we know the headliners, but talk about your team if you want to, because we don't want the rest of your kids to feel slighted. So they can hear that we put it out there, so you can speak on them a little bit too. What you expect?
No, as a whole, I mean, y'all only talk about Roll, Tyler, dude, which is Will Cox, and D. But I mean, we returning Kamara, McKinley, who probably led us in rebounding last year. One of the toughest big man we got. We got Zip coming back.
Let me pause for you. Let me pause for you. Continue. I don't mean to break you up, but we did mention Zip and McKinley in our write up. So make sure you.
We rolling, coach. You all right? I'm just rolling on the ones.
What they got, but go ahead though. You can continue.
Then you mentioned Drew. You mentioned Drew in the write up too. Drew was before he got injured last year was one of the top shooters in the county. Now when we go to shooters, I don't see nobody in the comments saying nothing about Drew Strickland. So
who is Drew?
That definitely bothers him.
The white kid.
Yeah, he definitely in the gym every day on the machine. He got a point to prove. So I thank people for that, not mentioning. They will definitely know who he is this year because he definitely getting that jumper right now, probably in the gym shooting because that's something that really pissed him off, that he talked about with me. Like, coach, they don't even recognize me like I ain't nothing. So
top he didn't get mixed with the top shooters. He took that personal.
So I'm about to take it personal. I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that.
We stay making it personal. It's in the locker room. It's always personal, man. That's crazy, man.
Why should we mention him? You tell us.
I mean, he had a down year, but he's definitely still one of the best shooters in the county. I mean, Trey get his mention, and him and Trey neck and neck shooting, but we don't trip. We love Trey just like we love him. Don't look that way because they've been together their whole life. You get more Trey because he's more dominant. He scored more. We love Trey. He was one of us. We ain't no hard feelings over there.
He didn't play though, coach. So it ain't like
that's what I said.
It ain't like we didn't size. It ain't like we sized Drew. Drew didn't play. I mean,
he had a year off. That's what I'm saying.
But I get it. So that's what it takes, Drew. If you got Poku's on your locker, the new locker, and that's what gets you going. Then hey, more power to you. We want to see you shine. We want to see you. We want to see you do well. But
we got Big Phil that came in from Lake Minanola. He gonna help us in the post. We got Sin that came from New York. He shoot the ball pretty well. We didn't get to see him that much this summer, but he gonna be a help handling the ball and pushing the tempo. And we got Ramp. Ramp came up from the JB last year, was playing on JB. He up with us now, playing good defense, pushing the ball. And Harsh Martin's son, Kadarius Palmer, he gonna help us too. He got a stroke like his dad, but he ain't got the rest of stuff like his dad born. But he got a little sweet stroke like Harsh has, so he gonna help us too.
What's your expectation in rotation? You plan to go 10 deep?
So you 10 deep?
Yeah, we got about 10, 11 people because that I'm gonna play.
Okay.
And we gonna roll.
Okay. So scheduling. I just asked Coach Simmons. I'm asking you, what's your take on scheduling as far as scheduling your district people? Back in the day when I coach y'all, we played everybody twice, home. Now you don't have to play everybody. So some coaches choose to play the district schedule. Some coaches choose not to play the district schedule. What's your take on playing district people as opposed to not playing district people in the regular season?
I played. Well, when we did the one with Plant City, I didn't play everybody in the district because you just knew you wasn't gonna face them in the district tournament. You just kind of like pointed out who's gonna be where, and you won't play them. Like this year, me and Lake Gibson, we couldn't get a game schedule because they had an early slot and we weren't playing nobody early, so we're not gonna play this year. But I'm playing everybody else. I played Kathleen twice, Jenkins twice, Bartow and Winter Haven one time apiece.
So we won't do that. So
let me ask him.
Go ahead, Tuma. I'm answering anything you ask.
No, I don't know the question. He said he won't ask.
I don't know the last time y'all played one time last year. Y'all and Bartow played one time last year, right?
Yeah, we played one time last year.
And y'all didn't play Winter Haven last year. No, y'all
played Winter Haven last year. Since I took over, we played Bartow once and Winter Haven once, both years.
So it's consistent then. Okay, I got you. And Kathleen and Bartow is like city games, county games. So that's anytime you say Bartow name, but they get heated in the chat box, man. So talk about your district then. Like I asked Coach, same thing Coach said, was talk about your district.
We got the number 1 team in the county in Winter Haven. And then we got the number 3 team in the county in Bartow. I mean, that's pretty tough. And then you got Kathleen, who always gonna give us their best. They ranked 10 or 12. Jenkins could be 100, but they're gonna play us like they're the number one team because for some reason Jenkins just play us like it's just that hatred in there. So it's gonna be a pretty tough district. It's gonna be good games. So you guys come out and check them out.
What's your take on Ridge?
Sir?
What's your take on Ridge?
I ain't get to see Ridge this summer. I know Coach Skip gonna have him playing, but I ain't get to see him this summer.
Ridge in that district as well?
Ridge in that district.
I didn't know that Ridge was in that district.
Ridge in our district? I thought Ridge on the other side.
I thought Ridge was in y'all district. Am I wrong?
I think they're on the other side.
Ridge, how many teams in y'all district?
6. All the Lakeland, the 4 Lakeland schools, Bartow, one of Haven.
Lake Gibson is in that district.
Lake Gibson in y'all district, not Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
Lake Gibson. Okay.
You didn't say y'all
in the district when Lake Gibson, but y'all ain't playing them.
Yeah, we ain't playing Lake Gibson now. I mean, I'm going to see them. I'm going to go to a couple of their games, and see what they got. But no, we couldn't schedule early enough because he wanted to play early, and we have our players and no easy wins. We ain't giving nobody no dub without, what I'm talking about.
That's the new motto, no easy wins. And I help the Belmore, no easy wins.
We playing out of county, all our games in December. So if you want to see us play, put gas in your tank, travel on the road. Won't catch us in the county.
When do you play Kathleen first? When is your first game against Kathleen?
January.
Okay.
The second Friday in January. They come to us.
When we come back in January, you got that Winter Haven Bartow stretch, right?
Winter Haven Bartow and then games with Eastside all in the same week.
Okay.
And we go to Eastside.
That's my other question. Since you're not playing a lot of the games at the beginning of the season, are you doing more of a 3-week schedule a couple times?
Yeah, we got
okay.
3 every week.
How do you feel? Because I know a lot of Dreadnought Nation feel like we sized y'all with the team and the player rankings. And you don't have to answer it if you don't want to, because it's your fans. But what's your take on it, if you have one? If you want to share it, that's fine.
We ain't win it all, so we can't be the number one team. So we'll settle that from what it was. And for our players being 3 and 5, 7, 5, whatever it was, just motivation. Just something to build on. Anything we can do to put it on the bulletin board help out, Coach, because you got to keep the kids motivated. So something got to keep that drive on them, and that was just more stuff to help us out.
Yeah, you going to put that on the bulletin board?
Coach, whatever I can do to keep them motivated. Ain't nothing against y'all. It's just we want to be number one. We want to be held there. We got to beat this team. We got to overtalk what they're doing. Like, you got to overtalk what these kids are doing if you want to be considered the top players. You got to outplay them. You got to do more for your team to make it for them not to be able to say it's even close.
So we in y'all locker room too.
Oh yeah, definitely, Coach.
Do you got late region on the schedule?
Simmons won't play me. I got like 3 games open right now. Simmons won't even play me. But JB need games. Right? We can play JB Boston at his house.
They late games? Are they late games or early? You can play.
Yeah, late games. We got the second to the last week of January. We got Kathleen on a Friday and nobody else that week.
Simmons ain't going to play you early in the season.
No, it's in January, Coach.
Yeah, that's late to Simmons. Yeah, you got Tyler, Rowe, all them guys back. Now Simmons line up with you right now.
Do your other kids get tired of us saying Tyler, Rowe, D, and Dude?
They don't really mention it like that, to be honest, Coach. Them other kids don't. Especially when they're locked into football like that.
I know. The reason why I asked that is because if you writing something up, if you talking about a team, when you're doing a preview, most times previews I've read, previews I've seen, most people talk about the main people first, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't talk about the 8, 9, and 10 guy. No disrespect to the 8, 9, 10 guy, but if you got some headliners on your team and your program, that's who's going to get mentioned first. And most times, that's who's going to get mentioned, period. It's just the reality of it. So I just know sometimes some people get a little sensitive when you talk about the folks that everybody don't talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't no disrespect to the other ones that you don't mention, but let's just be real. We talk about Winter Haven, we're not talking about the 8, 9, 10 guys in a write-up. That don't mean they ain't important to the team. So like your kids, your 6, 7, 8, 9, you just named 10 guys. That don't mean they ain't important to your team. But when we write it up, I mean, we're gonna write about your headliners. Yeah, that's the reason why the headliners. So some people get sensitive about that. Some grown-ups get sensitive because they want you to mention all 10 of your people. And it just ain't even possible to mention 10 people. I mean, who does that? Go pick up a magazine article right now. Go pull up anything on ESPN.com anywhere. And if they doing a preview of a team, they ain't putting 20 people's names in the thing. They putting the 3 or 4 headliners, and then they talk about the team as a whole with what they strengths and weaknesses are and the strategy and that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to get your take on it because I know there's some folks, some kids, and some teams that, and some grown-ups that get very sensitive about something that ain't even sensitive. Get a little Ralph Tresvant-ish over some stuff that ain't even worth getting Ralph Tresvant-ish over.
I get you, Coach.
I'm just, just asking. So what's your take on when you did your schedule? Talk about the rest. You said you out of state all in December, not out of state, out of county all in December. Was your schedule made? I know it was made. You said primarily because you didn't want to play without your full team. Was there also some consideration with points as it relates to the playoffs?
Oh yes, sir. Definitely. We in the talks with OCP right now. We're trying to get them in a home game during that week. I was just telling y'all about where we got Captain Leone.
OCP
Trying to get them to come over here.
They ain't scared. OCP on Winter Haven schedule. They on Kathleen schedule. And now they trying to get on y'all schedule. Is it a thing where there ain't no games in Orlando, or they just?
They done won 3 straight. They just feel like in it, when they got that run the team, they'll play right now. But you got to think when you was coaching, they weren't calling us to play then, and we was good then. He got a team, so he's ready to he'll play the county because he's legit enough to play and won 3 states back to back.
Okay. That's just because that's you the third Polk County team. I don't heard either got a game with them or they trying to get a game. So it's like they
had Lake Gibson back to back last year and the year before last, home and away.
But I mean, don't disrespect Lake Gibson. Don't disrespect Lake Gibson. But Winter Haven, Kathleen, Lakeland ain't Lake Gibson in basketball. So the fact that he either doesn't schedule the game or he reaching out for games with y'all 3, that's interesting. That's real interesting.
So who gonna get that sausage put in, Billy D?
Man, what game we talking about?
Winter Haven, OCP, Kathleen, OCP.
That's not gonna be a sausage game. That's actually gonna be a pretty good game. The big kid from OCP is actually really good.
So all of them compete. All of them can compete. OCP.
It should.
Over here, they don't care about coming over here. He's right here. They asking you for a home game, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get them a home game so I can get my JBA game.
Okay.
Bro, it's not gonna be no sausage games too much. I expect if all our teams from the county to compete with them and maybe even knock them off. It sounds like what OCP is trying to do is actually make a run to see if they can get that Geico bid. But I think the teams out of Florida right now, if I had to say going to get that Geico bid, will definitely be Mount Verd, and it'll be either Dr. Phillips or Calvary Christian. If I had to predict that right now. But OCP, like you said, 1-3 in a row. You got to have a schedule. You got to beat some good teams in order to get that bid.
Mm-hmm.
So Geico look at
if you get beat by 20 plus, Newt, that's a sausage game. 15, 16, you can say you got a fight. If you get beat by 20 plus, you got beat. That's a sausage game. You got blowed out. Frat brother asking about the sausage.
Okay.
We don't expect Lakeland to get no sausage game.
No.
We expect to give them, but not get them. So we didn't get a chance to ask Coach Simmons this. So Coach Simmons, you can answer this in the chat. I forgot. I'm sorry, but I'm asking it now. And you all don't have to answer this if you don't want, because Billy D on here, and I know other ones watching. what is you all's thoughts, feelings, initial reaction to the some people say um, the emphasis on some of this new stuff with officiating. Others say the new rules of officiating that's going to be in place in Chicago. I know they had a couple conversations with you all. I know it ain't been well received. I know we haven't received it well. I mean, although we're not coaching, well, Coach Billy is, but we're not coaching. He's not coaching boys though. But how are you preparing your, and Coach Simmons, you can answer in the chat. How are you, if you want to, how are you all preparing y'all teams to deal with the new emphasis on some?
Coach, you ain't better not say nothing. You know, Billy D and Chuck best friends.
And like I say, I understand you may not be able to say nothing.
Coach, we appreciate our referees. We support them 100%. We back them. We got the best referees in the state of Florida.
Is Billy D one of the top 5 referees?
Nope, I'll answer that. No.
I'm asking Coach. He ain't asking you, man.
I'm answering that. No.
I don't rank all the refs, man. All the refs do great jobs. We don't have no ranking system.
You might get one of your games, Coach.
Coach, I'm so impressed with your maturation. You know, I saw you from a baby. That the way you answered that question right there, bro. That was a trap question. That was a trap question. You have that perfect.
I want to
ask you that question. I'm going to ask you that question because I was told that I take it easy on you because you mine. I don't ask you questions like I take it easy on you. So I had to ask you at least one question just so on record the streets can say I ain't take it easy on you. So you did well with how you answer. I'm glad you answered.
Oh yeah, Coach.
You take it easy on the right, Coach, because I don't take it easy on that. I give it to him every time he come on.
They say that you on the air. Now they say off the air, they say we killers, but on the air, they said me, especially when it comes to Hen. They say you don't say nothing to Hen, but then they said you and Billy D, y'all, a couple of people last year, we said we was gonna get, y'all was gonna get it, y'all didn't get when we got on here. So I had to ask him at least one question.
All the time. I give it to Hen all the time. When he was getting pounded last year, he got it.
I'm just telling you what was said, boss. That's all, you know. I'm gonna keep
and which I was saying earlier, Coach, about the recruiting with the basketball thing. Like 5 coaches then called D1s, then called to work outside, to see the players, but we can't do nothing because we're in football. So the people that were saying the D1 calls come, like Miami, Clemson, them people didn't call my phone and like, Coach, can we come see you work out? And I'm like, well, 8 players playing football. They're like, well, send me the schedule when football over, we'll come see you play. So it ain't like the people ain't calling to come see us. It's the same calls that the other people getting. We getting them same calls. Like the same people that they getting these offers from, calling my phone, asking about my kids as well. We just can't do nothing for them because we're in football and they don't want to say it's in football form.
Well, you call them, tell them to come Monday because they'll be there.
Because once again, we're not worried.
Hey, Hen, what are your expectations from this season?
I feel like I feel like we're gonna be playing the Civic Center.
Whoa!
Like if that's what our goal is. That's what we got written down. That's what we want.
Break your curse. You gonna end the curse, huh? The 2008, the 12, 13-year curse. You gonna finally break it.
Oh, it is a curse for nobody in Lakeland ain't been there, have them.
Man, ain't nobody in Lakeland been there since 08, Kathleen. And after that, I said we weren't gonna see it for 10 years, and we going on 12 or 13.
Yep. And my thing is, you guys play, Bartow once, you play Winter Haven once. You never can take anybody lightly in the district tournament, but it's really only one game that people got to win, and that's the regional final that puts you in Lakeland. So it's important that you guys be playing well, in February, beginning of February, more so than it is in December.
And we got some tough stuff in February, that first week. We go to Berkeley Prep. They're supposed to be good. The 268 kids they got over there. We go over there before we go to the Mosaic, before we start the district tournament. So it's to sharpen the knives before we get in the tournament. We got them 2 good games right there. See where we at.
P, I'm riding with y'all. Trust me, he ain't know.
What happens if, because the thing is, you got to figure that you're going to be behind as far as your full team goes. I mean, you got your team in there right now, but you got guys out there on the field that's going to come in on the court, I mean, outside, that's going to come inside and help. But it's going to take some time for y'all to get all going the same direction. What happens worst case if it don't work, if it's struggle at first, if it don't just click automatic?
I mean, that's something that we ain't think we just gonna come in the gym, be automatically there, shooting and ready to go. We know there's gonna be some bumps in the road, but like Billy just said, we got to be ready in February. So it's just the journey that we're trying to get better every day to get right. For when February comes, It's like if we play Bartow and Haven, everybody feel like, oh, if we don't win them, the season over. No, that's just 2 games. We got 25 games on the schedule. Like, we're not putting the emphasis on them 2 games because we can beat both of them and then play them in the district and lose. And what was the season win for? Nothing. It was all for nothing. So it's like we just playing the games. We just got to play, and then we see them in the district. They're the ones that count. It's really like you say, Barnes, it's a 3-game season when you really look at it, because you got to win the quarters, the semis, and the championship to get to the playoffs so you can get to where you really trying to go. No 25 games is just like preseason games building you up to get ready.
Do y'all got Santa Fe on the schedule? Someone asking, do y'all play Santa Fe?
No, sir, we're not playing Santa Fe. We wish them the best, though. We wish they make it to Lakeland as well.
I'm so glad that these questions coming, because so now hopefully that the bear, no pun intended, can get off my back, that I let you off the hook because you my guy.
You scared of Santa Fe?
Sir?
You scared to play Santa Fe?
No, sir, we're not scared to play them. It's just best that us 2 guys don't play. Our schedule didn't fit in together. You know, they had some days that didn't match our days. We couldn't get it together.
Oh, so even the week you open, you still can't play them. You ain't act.
Coach, our days didn't match their days.
All right, there you go. You heard it from the horse's mouth. He was not scared. They just didn't match up on days. I think.
Coach, you want to talk about your 2? I know you got 2 events that you doing. You want to talk about your
we got the Lakeland Shootout, Lakeland Challenge. That's December 11th. We'll be playing in the we'll just be getting up playing in the 4th round of the playoffs, Tuma. That'll be our 4th round game before we go to state for football. That'll be the 4th round. So we won't have our kids then either. But we got 6 games that day, all the Lakeland teams, and we added Sebring in the spot of we only can fit 4-5 Lakeland teams in. But we got we got Berkeley Prep coming, Seminole High School from the St. Petersburg area, Calvary Christian, the ones that came last year, Billy D, the shooters. East Bay coming again, they always come. And Bradenton Southeast coming over for that one. And then the second one is the Poku Shootout that we just started this year. That we already got it set up for y'all to be live for all 6 games, broadcasting, live video commentating every game. So that's gonna be big. We got the team from Savannah, Georgia coming down. We got us, Lake Wells, Arbondale, Melbourne. Some more people in the Gibbs. Trying to think of some people in the Lakewood Ranch.
Man, I know you playing Gibbs. I know that's who you playing Gibbs that night, ain't you?
No, Coach, I'm gonna play Clearwater. We're gonna play Clearwater. Clearwater come, we're gonna play them. Them coming off they 20-1 season last year. And we just feel like that'd be good for the RPI, strength the schedule. So we'll play them that night.
It's all about the RPI.
All about RPI, Coach.
I can dig it.
So how many teams you think will make the playoffs out of y'all district, Coach?
I think at least I really think it could be 4. Because Shawdom ain't playing they playing people that's tough. So it ain't like they gonna be sorry. They ain't gonna have no bad record. neither us, Bartow, or Winter Haven. I really feel like one is going to win the district. The other three get schedule.
I got 4 teams coming
through. That's a big point. That's a big point to play OCP. Shaw, that was big. That was alone.
I think y'all district get 4 out of the 8.
That's what I was thinking. 4 out of the 8.
I think they're gonna get 4 out of the 8, which is crazy. But I think they'll get 4 out of 8.
So how did that work? Billy D and Coach Hen, I don't know if Barnes know. If they get 4 out of the 8, is it possible that they'll be playing in the regional final? We'll get 2 of them like the old days?
Yeah, just like how you do the football, how the first 4 districts get a district champion, and then the next 4 lined up by your strength, by your RPI, which was your strength to schedule, you all that. So you go 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's possible 2 get on the other side of the 1, and they can meet 3rd round to go to Civic Center. Yeah,
that's my prediction anyway. It's going to be 2 teams from the county in that regional final. So we're going to get a team in Lakeland, out of Polk County. It's going to be 2 Polk County teams in the regional final. Period.
Lakeland, Winter Haven, Bartow, Lakeland, Bartow, Lakeland, Kathleen in the regional final.
Yes.
Coach, if you're hosting that game, make sure I can sneak in the back door, Coach.
Say what, Coach?
If you hosting that game, make sure I can sneak in the back door, Coach.
Coach, y'all come in the front door, man. Poku's always welcome, Coach. Y'all on the list every night. Coach Barnes know that. Every night, y'all on the list. All you got to do is tell me your name.
Appreciate it. Grace and mercy. Grace and mercy.
What's the people name?
The Q-Dog.
What's your people name, Tuma?
You're welcome.
What's your frat brother company?
Oh, T&J Sports Network.
T&J got to pay.
Oh man,
they must pay at the door, huh? They must pay at the door.
At the door.
At least he welcome in the jail now.
Oh yeah, he welcome. He definitely can come
in the jail now. He couldn't even get in the jail last year.
Hey, both of them definitely can come. They definitely got to pay.
T&J Sports Network. Them people do the best. They do the best on site recording in the county though. Them people doing a good job.
They be on it. They be pretty good. You can't take it from them.
Yeah, you can't take that away from them, man. They consistent.
Coach, that might be a benefit to you to let
T&J. Yeah, T&J gonna be there, man.
Live.
They don't do a bad job at all, man. They be them football games. You know, that'd be the.
Well, they gotta add. They need to add post game interviews to their lives, Coach. They gotta add more.
Oh, they gotta expand a little bit.
Yeah. They
on here. They hear you. T&J both on here.
Sneaking in your gym, man. Your parents wanted to jump on them so bad last year.
They snuck in without paying because they came in the back door.
They was scared, man.
They came in the back door, Coach.
Your lady parents is bullies.
We just passionate, Coach. No bullies.
Scared, man. Them folks are scared. And one of them from Bartow. Man, them folks are scared to come in that gym, man. Pressure.
We're trying to make it as hostile as we can. We don't want you to feel like that. We just a little passionate about our basketball.
Passionate.
Is black
Hey, them females, they're aggressive now. They're aggressive and they are very they're not passive aggressive. They're aggressive and they.
Oh no, we ain't no pushover now. We ain't gonna let you go.
They passive and they vocal.
We gonna speak our mind.
Yeah, it's fast.
Well, I hope you don't ref know your games with these new rules, boy. Cause they ain't lying, boy. You're gonna have to call the dog, boy. You're gonna have to escort Billy D.
Oh no, we ain't on the referees no more. We love the refs. Didn't I just tell you that to him?
Yeah, you love them.
We not yelling at no referees this year.
I ain't never had no problems with him, bro. Come on now. Me and him ain't never had no problems. Don't even try to invent something, bro.
Tuma ain't even using my blocks. You know, they give you 3 scratches. We ain't even using our scratches. We love everyone.
Hey,
everyone is welcome.
Billy D can make that call that can determine the new rule, man. He a ref, man. We got to get on him too, man. Him and Chuck, best friends.
Man, you know what, Tom? I'm gonna throw you out the gym. How about that?
And I appreciate Chip. Chip came through. Chip supported the car wash. We appreciate Chip. He came and got his car wash. He was one of the only people that came and supported the Lakeland Dreadnought car wash. You know, he came and got his car wash. We appreciate that.
Hey man, Chip is Chuck, man. Chip is Chuck with them referee standards that they got going on. We not called Chip was the guy we met during the summer. This new guy named is Chuck. I'm trying to save my boy life. Right? We're not the same two people, cuz that's why I keep saying Chuck. We're gonna leave
Yeah.
Chip alone.
Did he pay for the car wash, or you gave it to him for
he
free?
donated.
Oh, okay.
He donated.
Hey,
See if you're
listen.
trying to get some favors by giving him a free car wash.
No, he donated, and the kids did an extra good job on it. Elbow grease and all. We made sure he looked nice.
He probably shined the tires and everything.
We stayed long on his car than any other car that came through, Coach. We stayed long on Chip car.
Hey, I'm just letting y'all know out of the kindness of my heart, Chip ref in the summer. This new guy named Chuck, we don't know him yet. We don't know how Chuck gonna ref, man. Chuck was on some crazy stuff, so we're gonna let that be Chuck. Chip was the good guy we had the interview with over the summer. Chuck, man, Chuck scary, man. Chuck gonna need police with him.
Yeah, Chuck.
My dog, hey, I just pray that my brother on this screen ain't reffing with Chuck in no hell game. I'm gonna keep saying Chuck to save life, dog. All right, so I just want to be clear. My boy Chip, that's my dog. Chip from the summer. Whoever that got Chuck. Hey man, I had to get off the podcast because Chuck was talking crazy.
Yeah, we don't
need some help in these games. Chuck don't need the police with him, cuz. All right.
But Cole, we finna let you go, man. Last thing, I mean, if you want to stay on, you can. Last thing we gonna do, man, we gonna do these football picks before we jump off. So the playoffs.
Oh, let's ride, Coach. I'm with it.
Okay.
Mark me down.
Okay.
Let's roll.
Well, here we go. We gonna jump in. We got 11 teams that made it to the playoffs, man. So we look at the Lakeland people in the comment. Damn the refs.
You said what they said, Coach?
one of your Lakeland people, damn the refs.
They said damn the refs.
Yeah, man. They must ain't getting the memo. They weren't at
I'm
the parent meeting when you gave them the memo.
We ain't had the parent meeting yet. They don't know the new memo. We okay.
All right, man. We're gonna run through all of them. We're gonna go from 1A on up. Fort Meade, 5 seed at Wildwood.
Fort Meade
and football. But if it was basketball, we'll be talking a different conversation.
Right?
Yeah, definitely. Fort Meade and this one.
How y'all like Fort Meade?
I like Cornelius. Yeah.
I was surprised at this one, but number 6 seed, Victory made it. Victory at Foundation Academy.
Oh, that's a rivalry. They play a lot too.
Yeah,
it's at Foundation. It used to be at Victory.
I'm rocking with.
Yeah, Coach Frank, I see. Who y'all got?
With the county.
I'm gonna go Victory.
I'm rocking with Stu. I ain't gonna say I'm rocking with the county because I got some losses.
Coach Frank on here, Coach.
He in the chat. He just said about your coach, your parent who said it, so he don't care. Yeah, he been in the chat checking you. He been in there.
Oh yeah, he must be watching. The Titans must be in the close game because he ain't playing the Rams. You know he.
Yeah, well, they ain't got hearing tonight, so he might not be as interested. You know, that's a bit lost. Sorry, Coach. Sorry, y'all lost Henry. I know I know you. Anyway, and I know Coach like what's name too. Coach like he like the Gators.
Coach,
so,
don't. That's touchy. That's touchy, Coach. That's touchy.
It'll be a tough weekend for him if the Titans don't come through. All right, the 5 seed Windermere Prep traveling to Frostproof, the 4 seed Windermere Prep at Frostproof.
I repped the Proof this year. The Frostproof pretty tough. That big kid that played basketball played defensive end.
He actually played good. He out there playing good.
And the other, what's the kid name that y'all put? The one that played with TB.
Not Chain. Chain don't play football.
It's one. I think it's a Gaines that played.
One of the games. Okay, yeah.
Cornerback. He's tough too.
He's tough. So you like Frostproof?
Yeah.
Windermere Prep is basketball, so Windermere Prep ain't no football. So I ain't never heard nothing about them for no football.
That's another one. That's that Gaines kid.
Okay.
I'd say Frostproof.
And Lakeland Christian got a bye. They the 1 seed, so Lakeland Christian get the win out of Windermere Prep and Frostproof next week. All right. I don't know if he's still on here though. 6 seed Tenor Rock at 3 seed Clewiston. Shout out to Tenor Rock, man, making the playoffs for the first time in school history, man. Shout out to Coach Pat Smith, Coach Irvin Strickland, man, and the Rock.
Shout out to Coach Smith, but that's gonna be a long ride back.
That's gonna be a sausage, boy.
A long ride.
I ain't picking this game, boys. I'm gonna leave this game off my picture.
I ain't either. Y'all let the Rock got no chance?
Man, listen.
No.
Let's just celebrate the small thing. They made the playoffs for the first time.
They're in the holes.
You know what I'm saying?
They made history. He was part of history, but that's the sausage.
It's a short history.
Man,
that's gonna be a long ride back. You know what I'm saying? Any basketball kids will be there that following Monday.
Hey, the score 12-0 already.
What happened?
The score 12-0 already.
Strict, where you at, man? You ain't get
Yeah, Script, you gotta stand up for the Rock, dog. God, leave.
Straight on the Rock, man. They tried the Rock. We're gonna have to come back to that one, man. All right, 6 seed Wesley Chapel at the 3 seed Sebring.
Oh, Sebring gonna drag that stuff, man.
Yeah, Sebring pretty good this year.
Sebring.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, 2 seed Bellevue. 7 seed Bellevue at 2 seed Arbondale.
I'll take Arbondale.
Yeah, I like Arbondale.
All right, 5 seed Lake Wells at the 4 seed Port St. Lucie.
I'm taking the Wells in that one.
Lake Wells.
Okay. Y'all don't even know what Port St. Lucie got. Y'all just straight, it's the county, so it don't matter.
But that say Port St. Lucie. Ain't nothing, no football in Port St. Lucie, coach.
Okay.
Me and BD just said somebody getting that sausage put in them, so it ain't just counting.
Now, you would have said Treasure Coast, it'd have been something totally different. That Edwin James.
So Church has only team got a team down there. Okay. All right, 8 seed Bartow at 1 seed Edgewater.
But Bartow is not winning that game.
Sausage, Edgewater putting that sausage in them.
Straight sausage.
Yeah, it's already 12-0.
They got no shots, so it'll be basketball season Monday in Bartow.
Yeah.
Monday they running ladders and suicide.
Oh man. All right, last one, man. The rematch game of the. I don't want to say game of the week. The last time I said that, some folks came from.
Oh man, they cut us. I don't know.
So Lakeland 5 seed at Cook. Bet say Cook say bet sir to him.
You already know I see him Friday.
Cook he'll be there Friday before they kick off. Oh man.
It's already 12, man.
Look at the Bartow people. This ain't basketball now. This ain't basketball. I understand. You know the basketball Bartow folks.
I don't know what happened. I can't hear y'all, coach. I can't hear y'all.
You log out to come back in?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know. We can hear him though.
Yeah, he make it log back in. They them Bartow folks, but they don't care if it's tennis. They don't care if it's jacks. They don't care if it's dominoes. But you said they gonna lose, but they come out of nowhere in the chat.
Man, that's gonna be so ugly. They're gonna think if it don't rain, they're gonna think it's raining again.
You can hear us now. We heard you. You can hear us now.
What'd you say, coach?
You can hear us now.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we heard you, but okay. All right, so good. Cause we didn't want you to leave for the game of the faith. You gotta have faith, Coach Austin.
Who was the last game, coach?
The 5 seed Lakeland at the 4 seed Lake Gibson.
Oh, we're gonna smash that stuff. They will not run the ball and beat us, coach. No, they gotta throw this bit this week. That real now.
All to beat y'all.
No, hell no.
Coach said, "Hell no, they're not beating them."
It will not be basketball season at Lakeland High School Monday. No.
Cook say he like Lake Gibson.
Who?
Cook and Bartow.
Tell Cook, right? John Smith. I know how to get in touch with John Smith.
Yeah.
Just reach out.
Reach out to John Smith Cook. He said, "That's how you feel."
I will say this, bro. Lakeland not the same team. Lakeland not the same team that they played, 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Coach, you know the key difference in that game. We didn't have Villasaint. We didn't have our center. He was in a suspension.
They didn't have Sam either.
Coach, we didn't have Villasaint, coach.
I mean, you didn't have Big Show. I coach Big Show, so I know. But yeah, they didn't have. Y'all both was missing people. Is what I'm saying. Y'all was missing. He got out on purpose. He's such a clown. Strict, man. Them people say y'all gonna be a long bus ride. Strict.
Oh, Strict back.
Strict jumped on.
This ain't gonna be savage, man.
Too much Strict back.
I see. I jumped back on. It's already 12-9 Strict.
So it's gonna be solid, Strict. So, Coach, so what you said, Lakeland not the same. Who you pick? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you good. It definitely can go either way. And then at the end of that game, Lakeland made a big push. I think Lake Gibson got the advantage going at home, but I think Lakeland gonna come out on top.
You got Lakeland?
I got Lakeland.
Bruh.
Man, that boy is silly, man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
But I think it's gonna be a really good game again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be close. You know, it's just whoever takes care of the ball. You know what I'm saying? So whoever win the turnover battle, I think will win that game.
Yeah, I don't get to pick the Lake Gibson.
But if Lakeland don't stop the run, it's gonna be a long night.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be. Lakeland is throwing the ball for the first time in forever, but having said that, I don't think Lakeland has played no secondary like Lake Gibson has at full strength. So that'll be interesting to see how Lakeland receivers line up against Lake Gibson DBs with Sam playing. I think both quarterbacks could win it. I also think both quarterbacks could lose it. They both.
Agree. But you know what's interesting though, Barnes? If Lake Gibson and Auburndale play on Friday, we don't have this game this week. If Lake Gibson and Auburndale play on Friday, Lakeland and Lake Gibson not playing this week.
Lake Gibson, the 3 seed, they're on the other side of the bracket.
So Lake Gibson want to play Lakeland.
Oh, that's what it was?
We don't know, Coach. They'll never tell us. They say the field was too soggy from what we heard.
I heard they offered Lakeland Field to them. Like, hey, y'all can play at Bryan Stadium.
And I ain't got nothing to do with it. I was in St. Pete.
I'm just telling you what I heard.
I think if based off that, it sounds like they want. I'm not saying that's what happened for sure. I wasn't there, but sounds like they want to play Lakeland based off of that. If they had a chance to be the 3 seed to be on the other side, they want to play Lakeland.
Well, they got what they wanted.
Then you got one side. You hear a different story. You hear that Lake Gibson was ready to play. You hear that Auburndale was ready to play. Field wasn't ready to go. They got off at Lakeland. Neither one of them wanted to do it. So you hear a lot of stories. And if you wasn't in the conversation, if you wasn't on the field or in the admin, you don't really know. But you heard it from both sides. That both sides. I've heard Lake Gibson people say they were ready to play. I've heard Auburndale people say they was ready to play. They didn't play. So both sides were ready to play, and the game didn't happen. Something happened.
Why they didn't do what Kathleen did? Why they didn't do what Kathleen did and just play on Saturday?
You couldn't.
Kathleen played on Saturday?
This Saturday?
Yeah, Kathleen just went back to Port St. Lucie Saturday and played the game. I have.
And got that sausage put in them. You didn't know that, man?
No, I didn't.
Kathleen went right back over there and got most sausage put in them. So they could have played on Saturday.
But that don't have no playoff implications though.
That team needed that win to get in the playoffs.
Oh, they needed it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, what they got?
Come on, boys.
Bro, what they got, bro?
Sausage.
No, they got what?
That sausage put in them.
You said they got. They got.
Man, Tom was stupid, bro.
Man ain't got no sense, man. He ain't got no sense to me.
He got that sausage.
He went back and got some more.
That's some more. Hey, that was some game freak stuff right there, man. I'm done.
Red Devil for life, Tuma. Come on now.
I'm not gonna get beat. I'm not losing and come back and get.
Oh God, I'm not laughing at the kids, man. Cause that's what they're gonna say. I'm laughing at the kids.
I only came to hear Bo Weezy.
Oh Lord. Oh, I got a headache.
I'm saying they could have played on Saturday though. Billy D thought they couldn't.
Okay.
Why they didn't play the game on Saturday?
I guess the thing, like the people that played, I'm gonna try to bounce back. I guess the people needed the game for they playoffs. If Lake Gibson would have played, because at first people were saying, well, it didn't matter. It wasn't gonna change either one of them's playoff spot. But now you're hearing that it would have changed Lake Gibson playoff spot they'd have played.
So Lake Gibson was 23 points behind Melbourne, 23 points. And they had a undefeated team come in and play them. That's going to jump you more than 23 points, win or lose. You was going to move up.
Yeah, I agree.
Melbourne played a 3-6 team and beat them. And they stayed the same. They didn't move anywhere. They stayed 23 points ahead.
They know y'all can't stop the run then. That's all.
Even in the chat, it's different conversation. Like Lake Gibson coach saying that rain and all, but he said he showed up and the lights. They had no lights on. Auburndale coach saying when they came out of the locker room, Lake Gibson was going to the bus. So it's just like even in the chat, it's different versions of what happened. You know,
just like Tuma said, it didn't rain on Saturday, coach. Saturday morning it didn't rain. Saturday night it didn't rain.
Yeah, coach, you played on Saturday Little League, so
yeah, we was out there and it was blustery. Yeah, straight. They said you gonna have a bucket like Coach Casanova say. They said you have a bucket of sausage coming back from closer too. So it's gonna be a long ride for you, straight. Long ride.
It's already before the ride. It's already in them.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. Good job.
It's already in them.
Man, get too much off the
Hey,
cast, bro.
Barnes, my night just got better.
You came through. Somebody came through for you.
My Gators just fired the D coordinator, man. That was the best thing that ever happened to us. Just now.
They did my boy. They made my boy skateboard last year. I knew that it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Sent T Gray out of there. Oh man. Titans up 21-3, man. That's why you can't mess with the NFL. They ain't got Derrick Henry. They still up 21-3.
How about them?
They up 21?
That's what Frank said. They up 21-3.
Oh, I gotta call and check on Twitter. He at the game. Oh man, my brother might be on suicide watch, coach. They're at the game in LA. He might be on suicide.
Hey, straight right here in the chat. They talking about Vienna sausage, Uncle John spicy.
They say Strick, you know that?
Come on, man. Y'all, hey, listen. Come on.
Tuma, this is all your fault, Tuma. You started all this, bro.
It's 12-0 already, man.
Oh,
they kicked the ball out. I gave them guy 12 points.
Oh man.
Soon they get out the bus, Coach West Coast.
Bro, at least they're riding the charter bus. They'll be comfortable.
Yeah, man. They say what's that? They went back down there on them yellow dogs, man. Saturday.
Kathleen?
Yeah, man. They said they went back down that Saturday on them yellow dogs, man. They had charter buses on Friday. They went back on the yellow dogs Saturday.
So they played Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, they only played half the game on Friday. That's why he said they went back and got most out. That why I lost it. When he told me they went and got most.
Because they had a charter bus Saturday too, didn't they?
No, I heard I don't know if it's true now, but I heard they had yellow dogs on Saturday.
On Saturday, the score was 14-7, Tuma. So the people ain't getting no sausage Saturday. It was 14-7.
No, I'm saying you went back and got the sausage.
Yeah, when they went back on Saturday.
I want to go back and get the sausage put in me. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, on Friday, Tuma, it was 18-7 from what I heard. 18-8.
It was 19-8.
19-8.
That's a mini sausage.
That's a Vienna.
And then they lost 32-18 to him.
Hey, why would I go back and get? It's the point of I ain't going back. If I'm done, I'm done. I ain't going back.
Hey, went from Viking to Roger Wood. I guess they went back doing a favor to the people because the people needed that.
They
game.
went back because you got seniors, Tuma. You want your seniors to end.
I ain't doing no favor for them guys.
Your seniors want to end on 2 halves, coach, not a half.
All right.
If it was for my seniors, okay. If he went back for his kids because they were like, coach, we want to play it out, then I respect that.
That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be for kids like Jordan Gant.
No other scenario could I have seen that. But if his kids said, coach, we want to play the half, all right, we're gonna go play for y'all.
Junior and Jordan Gant, them guys needed that last game.
I get that.
Get some more film.
We got college players, man. They ain't need that last game.
No, I'm saying if that's what it was.
Man, Scrick ain't making that. Barnes, you'll tell Scrick ain't making that joke.
Oh, he going to you 1-on-1?
Yeah, he talking about I done made a joke. You'll tell him I ain't picked the game. I ain't made no joke. I just stayed out of it. That was Tuma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If the seniors said, coach, we want to go play, then by all means I would have went too, no matter what the outcome, because I mean you owe them that much. So I can respect them if that's what it was. I can respect that. Any other scenario, I'm like, no, I can't see no point in it. But if the senior said they want to do it, out of respect to them, I would have went. So if that's what the reasoning was, then shout out to Coach Strong for going down there and finishing it out for his seniors. So I can understand that. I got that. So. All right, so Tuma, you gonna log off again when I ask you again who
Look at
He already hit it. He just hit it, boy. He just hit the button.
you gonna log off when I ask you who you got. Oh man. All right, so just to review, man. So it's 2 running. The rest of y'all, both of y'all got Lakeland. Both of y'all got Edgewater. Y'all got Lake Wells, Arvindale, Sebring. So the only team that y'all didn't pick from the county is it's gonna be 3 teams that's gonna be it's gonna be basketball season at 3 schools after Friday, is what y'all saying. Y'all saying it's gonna be basketball season at Bartow, it's gonna be basketball season at Tenor Rock, and it's gonna be basketball season at either Lakeland or Lake Gibson.
At Lake Gibson.
Both of y'all saying Lake Gibson and Tuma ain't saying nothing.
Bro, it's already basketball season at Bartow. What you talking about?
Yeah, let me be quiet.
It's been Bartow. It's been basketball season at Bartow.
Well, we lie. We record. We're on the recorded line, so because he got some kids out there that play football though.
It's not many.
That's what I'm saying. I guess when I'm saying that, I'm saying like you gonna have your football kids. That's what we drop and say. When it's
okay.
Football over with, it's basketball season. We get all our kids. That's what we used to say. So well, the word is that Jordan gonna give it one more go. I don't know how true that is. I know he ain't, but you ain't got to speak.
It'll be helpful. It'll make them deeper.
So can I ask y'all a question? Do y'all really think that McGriff will let him play and we missed the whole entire summer without those kids?
Yeah, I think so.
So would y'all let a kid play that quit last year and then play the whole entire summer?
You got to give him an opportunity to him.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm from an era where I had a coach that if you ain't do the summer with him, you weren't gonna make the team.
You can't tell him that.
I'm on the line.
Tell us that all the time.
So
I ain't taking away from Georgia. I think Georgia would be a big piece for them. That'll be a problem for Hen and Winter Haven. But I'm just saying.
I just think it depends on his energy, what type of energy he's bringing into the locker room. If it's about the team, then I say he'd be a great asset. But if he make it about himself, then
I ask y'all, that's what I'm asking y'all. Like, take the coach away. If us 5 was playing for Bartow, we don't have a whole entire summer where we worked out, did our little workouts, individual workouts. We went to camp together. Do you vote a kid on that missed the whole entire summer who was not playing? I'm asking y'all as players.
You asking me?
Yeah, you was Billy D the coach. I'm asking
Billy
you
D the coach,
basketball player.
bruh. Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because he a senior, and I'm just not gonna set that.
My
You know,
point
that
is
precedent for the rest of my
that's a
kids.
bad example.
Yeah.
So the kid said he officially wasn't playing. So now if he decides to come back, he's missed the whole summer, workouts, everything. And
Yeah, I don't. If he didn't do the summer and the fall, and we didn't have no type of agreement, then I wouldn't let him come back. I don't know if McGriff had an agreement with him.
I don't want anybody taking this out of care like I'm hating on the kid. I'm looking at the standard. A senior, I'm a cut a freshman, and I'm a cut a freshman or a sophomore who could be on that roster that I got for 2 or 3 more years. I'm
looking at it like you. It's not about the individual. We're not looking at the individual right here. We're just looking at the situation.
It ain't no ordinary senior though, coach.
Man, you'll line it up then. Just how you come and say you gonna let him.
That senior right there. That senior was big for that program last year.
Did he finish out the program? Did he finish out the program last year? Did he finish out?
Yeah, he did.
So he played in the state championship game?
They beat Dillon last year?
No, that was
the year before.
Oh, year before. Yeah, he didn't finish out last year.
Exactly. So he called it quits. So a kid that calls it quits and don't play during the summer or the fall, you just let him come back. I just can't see that happening. Not a senior. If he was younger, then I get that opportunity because I can say, okay, I'm gonna sit you out the whole first semester like you ineligible, and then you're gonna earn your way back. You're a senior, bro. You ain't playing for me.
I definitely, if it wasn't no type of agreement because he playing another sport, then I probably would.
If it was Tyler, listen, I'm coming from the guy that coached me, Scott Williams, would not let you play. So if it was Tyler, if you quit, you didn't produce the whole entire summer. You could be Tyler, Rowe, Dylan. Bro, my program for the longevity is more important than one kid who decided not to play. Now, hey, if you want to take this, I'm gonna sit you out for a semester. You ineligible for the whole first 15 games. Then I let you come back. I guess it's other, but I ain't letting that just come back.
Oh, it's definitely other ways to do it. He just can't come back and be right back in day one. He definitely gonna have some
done. If you're a junior,
stuff you gotta do.
Yeah, if you're a junior, okay, I say you're gonna miss the first 12 games. You're not gonna be able to play the first 12 games. Can you take that? And you just gonna practice. And then when you come back, you gotta earn your way back in. That's me. I ain't finna let that happen.
I guess time with 12.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we know he if he had tries, you gotta let him try out. But
you gotta let him try out. But what Muncy's saying,
he wasn't at tries though. But if he popped up at tries, you gotta let him try it. And it's true, like Coach London said, he better than have the kids that McGriff got. So it ain't a question of his talent or his ability level. Everybody know his work. It's just the optics of it, it's logistics of it that he quit on. He walked off the team essentially last year. He didn't do nothing in the summer. He didn't do nothing in the fall. Then you're gonna pop up when the season starts. Unless, like I say, McGriff got something worked out with him, you know. And McGriff one of the most disciplined coaches in the county. So if he out there, we can probably assume that he done went through some hoops and went through some stuff.
Junior. So that everybody get one coming from not y'all because y'all on here because you know it's gonna be once this goes viral, it's gonna hit and it's gonna be like, oh, too many sophomore and junior. I got a chance to suspend them and they gotta earn their trust back to their teammates. Senior, man, I'll holler at you. You clearly said you were done playing. I'm not gonna waste my time with a senior. Ain't no older kid or these kids better. I'm working with younger kids. I'm not gonna throw a spot away from a young kid that could leave and go to a Billy D or go to a Woodside or a Coach Hen because he got cut for a senior and he can be 3 years later a kid. I said, man, I could have had this kid. I ain't doing that. Sophomore, junior, okay, it's I'm gonna put down some heavy rules that you're gonna understand what you did. You got to own up to it and build a trust of your teammates. So I'm gonna sit you for a first 10, 15 games. like you ineligible. And then you can come back in February, but you're gonna be practicing every day. If you can take that, then I say, okay, you owned up to what you missed during the summer. So you basically losing half that year. But that's the way I was raised in the game.
So should you be if you miss a summer in the fall, then that means you automatically done?
I'm saying if they're younger, I would get that opportunity because I'm even hearing that younger.
That's great.
Yeah, man. You gotta think about circumstances too. Some circumstances are different. Like some circumstances out of the control of the kid. You know what I'm saying? But in this situation, it's different. But say like it's a custody thing and the kid has to go to a parent. You gotta be sympathetic to those type of situations.
Yeah. But we talking about this situation where a kid clearly said he wasn't playing. Now all of a sudden we're hearing the rumors. That's a tough position to put a coach in.
It is.
I'm going with the players. What
player? Build your locker room.
I'm going with players. Like I just blood sweat. We became brothers. We lost all our players. It's two of us back, and we got to get this brotherhood back for these kids that's been here to understand Bartow basketball, Lakeland basketball, Lake Wales basketball, and you missed that. I just want to win because of you. I don't trust you.
You know what I'm saying? Like Monty said something about them going to the AD of the county AD. Ain't nobody gonna question McGriff about who he keep and who he doesn't keep. And
I mean, you can go to the AD. I mean, you can just tell him you had a try.
Exactly.
You didn't feel like he was on there.
Exactly. Ain't nobody gonna tell me who I have on my team.
Right now, when football over, I gotta get any football player that want to try. I gotta give him 4 days.
I understand that. I totally understand y'all come. That's been the natural norm, but I'm just saying. And again, if it was an underclassman, I got a way to punish them to make them earn that trust back for with the team. Them young men built a brotherhood over 6 months without someone. And then now we saying, oh, that kid coming back. I would never just understand how fair that would be with those kids.
Is that the coach's decision or the kid's decision?
I think it's both. But for me as a coach, my coach would ask. We had, and I'm saying this because we had this situation. We Mount Dora had this situation going in my sophomore year. My cousin quit and transferred to Houston, right? Missed the whole entire summer. And then he came back. Scott opened that door up for us to give an opinion on it, and then he made the decision. Man, we all voted no. We had just went to Florida Southern camp. We had never experienced that type of camp. We built something without this kid. So by the time he came back saying, no, we don't want him. And he was a senior. No, we didn't want that. We just built the whole brotherhood together.
But these kids different than we was, coach.
You said y'all said no, but what if the kids say yeah?
Because these kids will say yeah.
I'm saying that's crazy. So the coach got to make a decision too. But
this is what I would do. I would count up the days that was missed, and they will have to make up those in workouts. And the kids, if they want him on the team, they will have to work out with him. That's what I would do.
That's a good one. I wouldn't have thought of that one.
So if they want him on the team, that's fine. You're gonna vouch for him, that's fine. All right, so you're gonna run and work out with them too, whether it's plyos, weights, whatever that is. We're gonna count up these days, and y'all gonna have to stay with them. Since y'all want them, y'all gonna show that y'all want them.
Like, and Coach Blicker got to go. He said, "What if KJ and Wynn want Georgia to play?" I just think
that's the reason why I answered that question just like that. They will stay and run and do whatever workouts with them until they make it up. If you want them that bad, then you'll do what's necessary to keep him.
And like he didn't say, these kids ain't us. Because boy, if you ain't rock and roll with me during the summer, and you clearly said you were done, and you a Division I football player, that means you still ain't signed. You gonna go and recruit. We still gonna miss you, man. That's a tough one, bro. Just cause we here in the room and we talking about it. I know Scott, bro. It's Scott this day. Ain't called a program, bro. And ain't gonna make.
I don't know if you can see the chat or not. You jumped out, bro. I don't know what you said, but you kind of jumped out. You back in now though. Hey, can you see the chat? I don't know. You can see the chat when you're on.
Program, bro.
What Chris says?
We're talking about they taking everybody. They don't need no try. They taking everybody on the team.
Oh, it's Killer Rock. What's that?
You saw Coach. See,
Hey, well, tell me that wasn't a good topic.
Yeah.
Great topic.
Coach Austin coming from Bartow coaching bench.
Man, Coach Austin, every year is different. What about forgiveness? All right.
That is forgiving, making him make up all that them workouts. He'll have the opportunity to prove it.
What is like Coach Carter?
But he got to do something. You can't just let him walk in the door without nothing attached to it. You'll lose your locker room doing that way.
We don't know that side of it, but we just all of a sudden he's just coming back. And this kid, listen, any kid, you just call it quits. We win state without you. You don't. You totally make the decision on social media. You won't play basketball again.
Yeah, he kind of does some holes on it. He didn't handle stuff.
It don't matter though.
If he gonna play, he didn't handle stuff the right way.
He's still a kid, bro. You can't. He's still a kid. Kids do stupid stuff all the time. I mean, we was young and did some things probably not the right way either.
Now does it matter? Because he ain't said it. He ain't a normal kid. Does the conversation change if it ain't Jordan?
No, it doesn't change. Like I said, he can't just walk in the locker room without something attached to it. It got to be something attached to it.
I like your though. When you said the kids vote him in, y'all gonna have to do the double sessions and all that with him. I like that. I think that'll be fair.
I agree. You got to do something, and I agree about forgiveness. I mean, and I agree about them being kids, but. And that's why I'm saying I don't know the conversation that McGriff has had, if he's had one. Same thing with him. I don't know if everybody handles it a different way. But I do agree that, it has to be some type of ownership. And I do think the players need to have some type of say because it's gonna affect them, So if they decide, like Coach said, they want them to play, then okay, y'all gotta go out here and be accountable with him. If we're gonna be a team, y'all gonna take it with us, and that takes to a new level of accountability for them.
Of course, because if he come back, he's gonna play. That means somebody gonna miss some minutes.
Somebody's gonna miss out.
Somebody gonna miss some minutes.
And again, just like we said, the kids are different from us these days, right? What these kids do in these type of situations and their parents. Oh, Coach, you probably want them to play. Because that guy that's the 9th or 10th guy, mama or daddy might pick up the phone. Hey, come on, come on. You see what I'm saying? Like that freshman who got potential to be on varsity and give you 6 minutes gonna lose all 6 of them minutes because of how talented and good a kid like Jordy is.
Kids don't want to sit nowadays. Kids
they don't want to sit.
Back on now, I'm going to put you back on JV, or you can go transfer somewhere else and play varsity.
And you got to think, Bartow pretty much a young team. Is Wynn the only senior on there?
Yeah.
I think Wynn the only senior, bro.
That's playing, yeah. So you got to look at it like, am I going? And kids, I got you. Like you say, you got to balance out. You putting one in, but who you taking out? Because everybody ain't gonna stay.
Yeah, they soft.
You lost here.
Because we ain't soft compared to what we just saying. We got tough skin to say no. If they vote yes, I'm saying they some soft guys. So that means somebody gonna be transferring that I could have had for 3 more years. I could groom into the position for 3 more years just for 1 year run. There's a lot of different things to look at like that. So even with Marlon, who's over there saying the kids at fault, you willing to lose a kid to help? You willing to lose a kid to help a kid who really didn't care about the program for 6 months? You had another kid that cared about the program for 6 months that you can have for 3 more years. Tough scenario. Does it make Bartow stronger? It's gonna be a problem for a lot of y'all because Jordy one of the best defensive players in the county. if he do play.
Yeah, it's a definite upgrade. So you gotta like you said. But think about McGriff. If he out there, you know that he doesn't cross the T's and dot his I's because that's just how he operates. So, but it'll be interesting to see if that happens because, like you said,
Man, Jordan gonna play, coach. We all know Jordan gonna play.
right about 10:00, he gonna be done with football. So we'll have plenty of time on his hand. So, and I know here, you got the inside track of it. That's your guy. So, that was a tumor. That was a tumor extra. That wasn't on the show.
Hey, I just talk about
folks
we won't talk about.
Yeah, so folks will say we ain't let Hen off the hook. He ain't get on there. Y'all just be nice. Y'all let him off the hook. So we ain't let him off the hook tonight. But it's just it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. But he definitely creates a whole different conversation with Bartow if he does suit up.
Hey, I move Bartow to number 2.
Uh-oh. He didn't hear you. You heard me?
He just talking now. He just throwing out stuff just to see if Hen a bite. He just trying to see if Hen a bite.
Hey, well, here you'll be at the game Friday night, right? I don't for the rematch. Oh, you got practice, so you might not be there. You got practice, right?
We got practice after school. We'll be there, coach.
Y'all be there deep. Okay.
Hey, we gotta buy tickets. We gotta buy tickets to that game on.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You got a state series card.
Use the pad no more. I'm at the pass no more. That's just regular season. Yeah. So I may have to check out T and J Sports Network for that one.
Coach, before we get off here, we ain't said nothing about Miami versus Florida State Saturday. I mean, 2 more there.
Well, that's the last.
I'll be in attendance, sir. I will be in Tallahassee on Saturday.
Hey, all I gotta say is Van Dyke. In 3 games, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Van Dyke.
They both Miami guys.
Of course, bro. Rambo been killing it. Knighton been killing it. I like our chances.
Cook, we know you're Miami guys too.
I love our chances. I didn't know we had like a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't understand what's your interest in that anyway. Y'all needed to get it together in Gainesville.
We just found our D coordinator. We got it together, coach. We gonna be good now. We gonna win the race.
That don't solve it, though.
We just found it.
Boy, stop. What did you just say?
He ain't say stretch it. Y'all just got that sausage last night, Hen.
It's okay. They got it too. I mean, they got 3 wins. Ain't nothing for Stretch to talk about. No shot to you, Coach Bones. I know that's your team.
No, my team is Duquesne. We won yesterday. Duquesne, we won 34-28 run. Shout out to my baby led the team in Tigers.
Yeah, let's go, CJ.
12 Tigers, 10 solos. So hey, we good up in Pittsburgh. That's what we told you. FSU, they toxic, man. I have to lead them. I have to come back to them in a couple of years. But when has the FSU what's name game been so like none of a factor, man? It's just so sad how Florida football I got, man. But anywho, so you got who you like here? You knew.
Miami gonna give Florida State the sausage, coach.
In Tallahassee.
In Tallahassee.
I don't know about the sausage. I'll take the win though.
Straight like Florida State.
Man, straight talking about he a rattler. No, he with the Cookman first. How that work?
Oh, what? Oh, he was breaking news.
Oh, okay.
Breaking news.
Billy D, you throwing too much out there, Billy D.
Oh, my bad.
Too much out there.
Boy, you just told me so. You serious?
I didn't say it straight.
Bruh, for real, that's serious.
See, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Straight, that wasn't me.
I didn't say it straight.
Oh man, this man not put on no FAMU shirt ever. How you go from a throwing the man? Come on, man. Y'all ready to end this show because he can't talk no more.
Hey, so we got the high school picks in, man. We got the Florida State, Miami, and we just got breaking news for Strick. So we about to appreciate you, Coach Coach Simmons for coming on, rocking with us, man. Coach Hen, you know you family, so hopefully the people let us off the hook, but how we let you off the hook, since we actually asked you some real questions in there, they say. So we'll see. Strick, I'm sorry, bro. I ain't say it, Strick. It wasn't me.
I appreciate the invite. Anytime getting on, always good with the fellas.
Yeah, man, we got to do it a little more often, man. So hopefully next week we'll get a couple more guys in the man cave talk about their teams. You know, people don't come on here and talk as much as they used to. They hold their information in. You know what I'm saying? We still who we is, man. I can't say everything in Poku no more. Like I'm still Corey, I'm still Coach Barnes, I'm still me, but you know, I don't get the same conversation. So we appreciate you. We appreciate Coach Simmons coming on and chopping it up with us, man. Coach Hines, I don't know about you back, man. You got on here and went 3-5 different ways, man. You can stay in the same lane. You can represent Jiggins, but you got on here and started doing them. You was bouncing. You was a wild card. You was all over the place, man. We got to have a little semblance of where you're gonna go with it. So
Man,
how it flow, Coach? How it flow?
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, man. Y'all have a oh yeah, he had that. Yeah, then you lost. You had that Metro. We couldn't get you on here, right? Oh boy, I'm about to jump off here. So, all right, now we got a troll. Man,
try to go.
Hey man, y'all be safe this week, man, and y'all make sure y'all tell your people you love them, man. Don't take it for granted, man. Y'all be safe this week, man, and until next time, man.
Come on, YouTube.
Y'all be safe, man.